Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Oh, intro's playing again. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all doing well. You doing well? Hope you're doing well. Are you doing well? You better be doing well. How's everyone doing today? We're back at it again. And I've lost the last 4 hours of my life to tech issues again. I swear, just as I think everything is good and hunky-dory, something breaks. I'm cursed with electronics at this point. I am cursed with electronics. I think this is the year of cursed electronics. Yeah. It is not. I've lost my entire afternoon trying to troubleshoot an issue, and I don't know if I'm any closer to it being resolved or further away. I may have made it worse. I may have made it better. Unfortunately, I have no idea of what I've done because I don't have a result. So that's always fun. It's called karma. Karma for what, though? Usually, you know, if bad things happen, it's because you were bad and you got bad karma. By the way, all these prints finished, but I didn't take the B-roll shot of taking them off the bed, so I'm not doing that yet. So this printer is just going to go sit on the ground over here. Actually, yeah, it's going to go sit on the ground over here. So let's move some stuff. You go there. You go in the garbage because your prints are failed. You go there. You go up here. Grab my carpet. There we go. Got a bunch of mats I got to put up. I spent the last 6 hours wrestling with 5-kilogram plastic toy car. Ooh, fun. Fun times. Lost my little Allen key, but that's okay. We don't need it today. I still have the puffy battery from the 3DS. It's the A8. You play with the curse machine. No, if anything, the issue is not resolved because the issue has to do with DaVinci Resolve. Oh, how's that for a segue? I'm even wearing my LTC store sweater today. How's that for a segue? I don't know what happened. I went to I'm trying to be a good boy. My goal this year is a video a week, and I'm trying to get ahead of myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to record some stuff because I want to do a funky intro for the next video. And I'm like, sweet. So I recorded that. And then I'm like, cool, I'll just fire up DaVinci and start editing it. And so I fire up DaVinci Resolve. I start a new project. I drag my raw files into my timeline. I grab my speed editor deck, which I keep under. I got like one of those little speed editor decks. So I slide the speed editor deck out from underneath the monitor because I keep it in a little cubby there, and nothing happens. It's dead. So yeah, my DaVinci Resolve speed editor does not work. But the funny thing is, when you fire up Windows Device Manager, it shows up. When you fire up DaVinci control panel or whatever, it shows up. If I plug in a USB dongle, it connects via Bluetooth. So everything sees it. If I plug it into another laptop, it shows up. I plug it up to any computer, it shows up as a DaVinci speed editor. But when you fire up Resolve, it doesn't pop up. And nothing changed. That's the thing. Although I am going to blame Windows because I did do a Windows update in the week between last video and this one, and now that's gone. Or that's the only thing that's changed. Is literally I did a Windows update, and now the speed editor ain't working. And I looked on the DaVinci forum. Oh wow! So this sparked plugging in. That's always a good sign. Yeah, I don't know what's causing the issue. I've looked. I can't seem to figure out what's causing it. Did I push the update button? Here's the thing, John. I updated it last time I edited a video, but usually when you fire up Resolve, if there's an update, it goes, hey, there's an update. Do you want to update? And I went, you know what? It's been like a couple months since I updated it. I'll update. And I updated it. And guess what? Nothing happened. It updated, and then I edited the whole video just fine. I rendered it out just fine. Everything was good. And now it don't work. So I'm assuming it's the Windows update. Because Windows did that, hey, guess what? You now have a Copilot AI bullshit now, which I immediately disabled. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the video stutter. Yeah, we never had a video stutter. We had a glitch. But yeah, that's soured my afternoon because I've spent the whole afternoon like uninstalling drivers, reinstalling drivers, completely uninstalling Resolve, reinstalling Resolve, installing older versions of Resolve, going back to the newest version of Resolve, uninstalling drivers from Windows, reinstalling drivers from Windows, doing all that and nothing. I'm exactly where I was when I started. So what are we gonna do with this? This is an anet 8. I gotta get the filament out of it, so let's do that first. Okay, quick settings, home all, speed, flow, preheat APLA. I hate the fact that there's no, like, you don't know. Did it work? Okay, it is preheating. Okay, it is preheating. It's like, is it doing something? I don't know if it's doing something. I can't tell. Where did I put my dongle? Oh, where did I put the dongle? I had the dongle earlier. Where did I put my dongle? I need my dongle. There's my dongle. The thing is, it's just a USB device. And the thing is, you think if the Windows update would break it, it wouldn't show up in Device Manager. But it shows up in Device Manager. Like, it pops up in Device Manager. It popped up in the DaVinci control panel that you use to manage your accessories for DaVinci. But in Resolve itself, nothing. The lights don't turn on, nothing. I'm like, what the heck? Qu'est-ce que le fuck? Like, what the heck? Let's fire up Cura. Okay. Have you seen Eurovision? I'm not European. No. Why would I watch Eurovision? Okay, so what are we doing today? I don't know, but you're going to enter to win some filament from Polymaker. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. This is the overhead fire cam. I love how much red light I got coming out of this. It's just a little sketchy. Yeah, don't touch the hot part. So, okay. Oop. Shit. That broke. That did not come out. That just broke. Shit. Well, can I push you through? Shit. Can I position extruder? Okay, extruder position. Okay, 1 second. Question on the answer form, cool. The only reason those questions are there is just to make sure you guys don't try and scam the system, because people try to scam the system. You would be surprised. It's super annoying. Like, literally, you would think, like, having a little bit of free filament would just be a thing, but no, it straight up entices people to try and be scummy sons of bitches. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I need some pla. What kind of pla should I use? Are you pla? No, you're pla. You're pla. We'll use you. You're pla. You're broken pla. Are you kinked? Hopefully not. I'm gonna be here anyway, so. There we go. There we go. So now, how are you? Are you gonna break? Are you gonna break? No. I need to get a little piece of PTFE now, so I can make a little bridge. Because last time we did this chewed up the PTFE pretty badly. Oh yeah, changing the filament in this is super annoying. So I'm trying to basically just have it like just auto feed it through. Okay, it's not feeding. Yeah, it's not feeding. Okay, can I just open this up and get at the gear maybe? What kind of serviceability does an anet have? Can I take this screw out? Does this move? No, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so what if I do this? Push you down. There we go. Okay, so now I gotta put you in, because that tightens it. There we go. Okay, and now I gotta, because it went back to that main window, position. No, not position, go back, extruder, go down. Oh my God, this is so, okay. You can't hit the button too fast. If you hit the button too fast, it freaks out. I just wanted to get the, okay, whatever. That's good enough. We'll live with that. And now, shove that in there. Okay, cool. What are we gonna print? So we printed a benchy last time. We need something that's not completely crazy, but something reasonable. So what are we gonna print on this? What are we gonna print on? Did it forget that I had an anet? Did you forget I had a printer? Okay, you forgot I had a printer. Non-Polymaker, non-networked. Oh my God, what kind of interface is this? anet. A8. Add. Oh wait, no, because we did it on the other computer, I think. Yeah, we did it on the other computer. That's right. Next. Cool. That's right. That was a different computer. Flames? Could do flames. You know, I might just do the Cali Dragon. The nice little Cali Dragon. Cali. Cali? Do I? Oh, I don't have the Cali Dragon. Let's download the Cali Dragon. Printables. Nozzle for the fire extinguisher. I got the fire extinguisher somewhere in here. Calibration. Cali Dragon. There we go. Calibrate. Oh, where'd he go? Where? Most popular. There's my dragon. There we go. Download. STL. There we go. New cooling fan ducts. What's wrong with the duct? What's wrong with a white PLA fan duct? What is wrong with a white PLA fan duct? You tell me what's wrong with that. You tell me what's wrong with that. Okay. Let's make a non-crazy profile. No Eiffel Tower? No. Okay, so initial air height 0.3, line width 0.4. Yeah, that's reasonable. So 2 walls, horizontal expansion. We're not doing that. Back, smart hiding, cool. 5 top, 5 bottom. Yep, sure, that's fine. Infill density, 15% cubic, 20% cubic, sure, whatever. Flow rates we're not really gonna mess with, but this is what we are gonna mess with. So material 260, that's fine. Flow rate's fine. Speeds that we're gonna bump up. So print speed, we're gonna try and double these. Right off the bat, we're gonna try doubling our speeds because we did this last week and it was pretty slow. So we're just gonna double it. So 100. Wait, did it? Oh, it just doubled all of them. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so there's doubling that. Acceleration for infill, we'll do 2000. And travels. Okay. Enable retraction. It's direct feed, but it's not. We'll drop the retraction down to 4.5. Retraction speeds, I'm not going to mess with. We are going to Z-hop because that's what we do. Where is my travel acceleration? travel speed, travel acceleration. There we go. There we go. Okay, travel acceleration, 2000. Okay. Fan speed, there we go. Cool. Minimum layer time of 5 seconds. And we're gonna print with a brim. Slice. I think this is a pretty good starting point. Save to removable. There we go. Eject. I think this is a pretty good start point. A 59-minute Cali dragon. I love how you have to push the heater wires out of the way to plug the SD card in. That's how you know it's a good machine. That's how you know it's a good machine. Print file. Back. Okay, it doesn't see the file. Back. Why do you not see the file? Maybe I gotta reboot it. Something about mounting the SD card. And by rebooting, I mean unplug it and plug it back in. Print file. There we go. Cali Dragon. Okay, printing. See if we have to readjust our bed level. See if we got to live adjust any of that Z. Is the print gonna tilt back? Maybe. We'll find out. But I got my wallet on me. We brought the s'mores. I do have some apple cider left over. That's what I got for drinky drink tonight, is a little bit of leftover apple cider. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. By the way, as you can see here, I've wrapped my my rod in Captain tape, so we'll have as least amount of drag on the filament as possible, so we get that quality. Where are you going? Okay, you're going over there. Okay, you're going over there. Okay. You are 8 inches up in the air. You are literally 8 inches up in the air. Can I live adjust Z? Position? No. Quick setting. No. Okay. How do I pause a print? Is there a cancel button? Back. Okay. Debugging configuration? No. Back. There's no like pause button. Also, we're already jammed up the extruder. We've already jammed up the extruder. Oh my God. What a piece of junk. Okay. Turn that off. Okay, what the hell happened here? Okay, so somehow our Z drifted like an inch. And it's not extruding. Live adjust it. Yeah, but I can't live adjust it that much. So apparently somebody told me to break off the knob, or the nubbin, to adjust the Z. It's the usability of this that's annoying. It's like we have progressed so much in serviceability and quality of life on machines. Like just the UI experience. I didn't home before I printed. It does a home. It does a home automatically. It does a G28 right at the start. And somehow I have a screwdriver under here. Where'd it go? Hook it up to Octoprint. I mean, I could just plug it in via USB and do Prontoface, but nah, that ain't how we're doing the original anet life here. Does it even have a probe? No. No. Hey, Maker Viking. Like, color screen I don't care about. Like, I'll be honest, like, Clipper screen, like a normal 12864 that we got on like most of my Vorons with Clipper, those are fine. All it needs is the basic functionality and be responsive. Like, I really hate, I personally hate touchscreens. Yeah, it does the home. It's homing right now. Like, it starts the print with a home. There's a Z home. It's just, you know, an inch up in the air. And the extruder's stalled. It literally can't extrude the filament. It can't extrude the filament. So we have to drop our Z offset a bit by fucking dropping our Z limit switch a bit. Go. What a joke of a machine. There we go. Okay, so we'll do that. Maybe 220. Maybe I gotta heat it up to 220. I hate the fact that it pops. Every time I turn it on, I hear a pop. How did it get so far up? I don't know. We homed it last week, so wherever it was homed last week is where it should have been. It just quick settings. Let's preheat PLA. Preheat PLA. Are you preheating PLA? I guess. I don't know. Back. Back. There we go. Okay, so preheat PLA. Now this is Jesse filament, which actually, most good quality PLAs, you probably do want to print a little bit hotter. Just why aren't you extruding is the question. Oh, because we literally chewed through the filament. Shit. Well, that's 190, so it should be. Do we clog the nozzle? It's not moving. Okay. I can't get filament to come out. Right. Let's just set it for 400. How do I even extruder? Okay. Let's set you to 220. 220 is enough to melt PLA. Extruder position. No, it's stalling. Oh. Yeah, no. filament's jamming. It won't push it. There's like a full-on. I gotta take it apart. What a oh my god. What a piece of junk. Did you heat tighten the nozzle? I did. I mean, it's not oozing. I don't see any ooze. Did I heat tighten? I'm pretty sure I heat tightened it. Cold pull. The problem is I'm not getting into the extruder. Like, the filament, like, isn't going. Extruder. Extruder position. Oh. Did it melt its way through finally? Nope. Yeah, no, it's... Nope. Yeah, there's like no filament in there. Where? Get past. Nope. Get in your hole. Okay, what's the easiest way to get into the front of this? Because we're gonna have to rip this apart. Okay. Unplug that. Get my screwdriver. Rip and tear time. Okay, let's take you off. Trying to do this while it's still hot so I can see what's going on. Oh, geez. No fucking wonder why. It's because there's no guide. There ain't a guide for the filament. Why do you not work? Webcam, activate. Why do you not want to work? 1 second. Why do I have to like unplug and plug you every time I do this? 1, 2. Deactivate, activate. There we go. Okay. There ain't nothing to guide the filament from the gear to the knob. So when you put the thing in, it just kind of, well, this is all screwed up because I don't have the thing in, so, but you can see where it's jamming on. It's right there. And I just lost the spring. This is junk. What a junk system. Like, can I even clear that out? Like, what an absolute donkey of a system. Yeah, so this is what happened. So a bunch of filament like gooped up on the top there, and it's like solidified. So it's bigger than the the orifice, so you can't really... Okay, well, it's somewhat cleared. What a fucking piece of junk. I'm sorry, we're gonna swear tonight. I gotta put this back together without burning myself. How does this even... Oh my god. How did we deal with this? How did we deal with this back then? Like, was this really the best we had? Is this really the best we had for a bit? Promise shenanigans. Does this count as shenanigans? I mean, I got half of mine just to rip it out and put a freaking orbiter 3 on. Look how much it bends. Just me tightening the screw. Good God. What a pathetic machine. Okay, so now, put that tension. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're in. That's what she said. I just want make plastic boat. I just want make plastic boat. Okay. Quick settings. Preheat pellet. The flex when I push a button. Oh God. Good God. I haven't got to the alcohol yet. You should have fed the filament with a clear view and guided it in. Sir, squishy. It's kind of hard to do that because you have to disassemble the extruder to see the filament path. The moment you move the thing out of the way so that you can see the filament path, the extruder explodes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, technically we got a print out of it. I don't even know where the last print was. We printed a Benchy last time. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we got filament feeding through it. Okay, now I gotta adjust the tension. How do you adjust the tension? The more you put the screw in, that's not tension too bad. Like the fact that I can push it by hand. There we go. That seems good for tension. Okay, sure. Button. Print file. Cali Dragon. Whatever deity you believe in, if you believe in one, ask Santa for help right now. Oh. By the way, I totally eyeballed the Z. So we could be doing a Z negative China right here. Let's find out. Nope. We're on the bed. I'll take it. I will take it. I will take it. You can't see anything there. I will take it. What is the PTFE tube doing? It is preventing the orifice from whence that's a benchy hole. Also, it's failing to extrude. Why is it doing a... It can't melt it that fast. We're jammed right up. We're jammed right up. Also, the printer is drunk. It can't extrude that fast. It can't extrude that fast. It literally can't extrude that fast. Also, why did you make a benchy hull? Why'd you make a benchy hull? Also, I'm pretty sure we just... Yep, it did it again. Yep. Okay, so now... You know what? Extruder. Let's heat you back up to 220. Okay. Back. Ah. Okay. So first off, we told it to print a Cali Dragon. Okay? Cali Dragon. Okay. Where did I put my scooper? Is it on here? No? Oh, here it is. So we told it to print a Cali Dragon. Now, a Cali Dragon has a round bottom. Okay. You can see it here in the preview. So in the preview, you can see these are nice concentric circles. So please explain to me how it drew a benchy boat. How did it do a benchy boat? Where did that come from? Because there ain't no benchy on the SD card. Okay, let's bump the temps up. And let's drop infill down to 150. So let's bump our temps up to 220 and move our infill down to, you know what, we'll do 150. Slice. Save to removable. Eject. Okay. So now we got to make sure filament's going through this again. I don't want to have to take it apart again. I'm going to have to take this fucking thing apart again. Oh. Nope, we pushed through it. We're good. No, we didn't. Ow. Did we push through it? I don't know. Come on. Don't make me take you apart again. I gotta take it apart again. Try one more time. What a garbage extruder design. Yeah, we gotta take it apart. Okay, let me unplug it. Get my screwdriver. Are we not entertained? I don't know. If you're entertained, put a 1 in chat. And then also, while you're at it, If you're super entertained, gift a membership to somebody. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you can see it's jamming up on that. Hard to see with the lighting, but that little spout there is where it's jamming up. So you gotta like. Also, tomorrow morning I'm on a stream with somebody. Oh shit! Where'd that spring go? I'm on Grant's show tomorrow morning. At 11, I think? 11 Eastern. So for your Europeans, that works. Also, it doesn't help it split. Don't Knock It gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. And Hagnatic gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Yeah, these extruders suck. Like, the fact that, like, it's like origami to put it together for a short PTFE. You probably could. The problem is I'd have to sit here and figure out how long it is, and there's nothing that captives it. So you'd have to, like... I just touched the hot end. It's hot. So you'd have to, like, finagle it in, and you couldn't know if you were in the right position. What exactly is a membership? Channel membership. You get access to a super cool channel on the Discord that only channel members get, and then you also get videos early, and once a month we do a members only live stream. See the chat box move to the right? Why? It's on the left on this these streams because the printer's on the right. You don't want me to hide this printer, do you? We got to have this printer on full exposure for everyone. Retraction is too much. Okay. Well, here, we'll drop the retraction down to like 2. How's that? Which makes sense. It's a direct feed. Why is the retraction so much default? It's direct feed. Drop it right down to 2. There we go. Save to removable. Eject. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, that was it. Okay, it's in. So, by the way, for those wondering why I have this little piece of PTFE, the filament, this little hole that it goes in is metal, and it like literally shreds the filament as it goes in. So by stuffing a little piece of PTFE, it gives it a little bit of friction or a little bit of slippage. So it hopefully, you know, will improve the performance of this absolute gong show of a printer, potentially by some sort of amount. No, we're printing at 210 now. There's a mod to put a longer tube in the heat break and cut the top side to act as a better cut. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet you there's tons of mods for this. Unfortunately, okay, the fact that I can manually pull it out. There we go. There we go. That should work. Okay, so that's got to heat up to 60. Yeah, because right now we have it set for 220, for the nozzle, 60 for the bed, max travel's 150, and we drop the retractions. Why are we printing? Oh, no, we already answered that. It's almost as good as those $75. Actually, this is better because it actually has a heated bed. So these machines are better than the $99 specials off AliExpress. Shocked they're still in business. Are they really though? Like, how much you want to bet like Anet is literally just like two guys who own a warehouse full of printers and they sell like one a week online? It's like, they're in business, but are they really? Really? Throw that heatsink fan in the garbage, they do nothing. Yeah, but it's there. We're waiting on the bed to hit up to 60, by the way. Ooh. It's not suitable for a print farm. No, no, duh. No, duh. Okay, now we gotta wait for the hot end to get to 220. Here's hoping. I love my little limit switch wires just floating out in the breeze. We got it. I should peel off some of this paper just to like, oh God. Also, don't forget that this thing doesn't sit flat. This is the most scuffed thing I've ever done. Like, the Polymaker was a better machine than this. By a country mile, the Polymaker was a better machine than this. By like a significant margin, I'll be honest. There we go. Look how shiny that is. Look how shiny that is. Look how shiny that is. Look at all them fingerprints. You know what? You're gonna stay. You're gonna stay. Your character. Your character. 195. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get some 8mm rods that I might be able to reuse. We're getting there. Oh, doing something. Now, will we get a ghost benchy again? Will we get it to do a ghost benchy again? Because that was really weird, I'll be honest. Okay. Look at that first layer. Look at that first layer. Look at that first layer. Oh, we don't have the ghost benchy anymore. I don't know about you. That was a pretty good first layer. Like, I don't know. That first layer, I think that, like, I don't know, man. That's some Prusa tier first layerage. That's some Prusa tier first layerage. Now, will the rest of the print be that good? That is a good question. That is a very good question. Probably not. Let's be honest. Did anyone reply to my post in the Black Magic subreddit? No. Shit. A little squished. Just extra layer adhesion or bed adhesion. Needs a CHT. We put a CHT in the Ultimaker. This doesn't deserve a CHT. Let's be honest. It's a Cali Dragon. For those wondering what we're printing, it's a Cali Dragon. So, the question is, how do we do shenanigans with this? What kind of shenanigans can we be doing with this right now? Because it's an anet, right? So it's printing, it's doing its thing. We've established last stream that it will print a plastic boat. I don't know where that plastic boat went, but it will print a plastic boat. So the question is, what can we do to this to kind of test its aneticness? Put one of the diamonds nozzles on it, clipperize it. No, we're not doing clipper, because part of it is like, I do kind of want to do a meme video on this where I go, should you buy an anet A8 in 2024? Print ABS. I'll put it in a box. I'll put it in a cardboard box and I'll print some ABS. I've still got the box for the Prusa Mark III, so I'll just throw the Prusa Mark III box on it, hit print, and come back in an hour and see what we get. So we got that. So what can we do with this to, like, should I pull the thermistor out halfway through? Do thermal runaway testing? Yeah, let me get most of the Dragon done, and what I'll do, or actually I'll do it right now, because right now would probably be the best time to do it. So, where's the thermistor on this? Which one's the thermistor? That's the fan. Those are the motors. Extruder thermistor. So, if I go ahead and pull the extruder thermistor, what will happen? What will happen? So if I pull the extruder thermistor, boop. So the extruder thermistor is unplugged. This is... Now, it's okay. Bamboo said 3 minutes is fine for thermal runaway to kick in. We're good for 3 minutes. Because that's what Bamboo said it was safe originally. Okay, let me, can I plug, okay, I'm gonna plug this back in. Oh yeah, it's getting a little toasty. Let's plug you back in. Okay, plug back in. It's not re-registering. But it's not extruding anymore, so we gotta stop this print anyways. Okay, so let's unplug. Plug it back in. So here's the question, what did it do? It turned the heater off. It was actually safe. Okay, I'll take it. It's better than what I thought. It should have tripped the machine to shut it down, but it actually turned the heater off. So there's no way that this was running. It's 130 and it's dropping a degree every couple seconds. So it turned the heater off when that failed. No, don't ruin that. I need to save it. Okay. Let's get you print file. Cali Dragon. There we go. So I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought it would be, you know, a smoldering mess. I was expecting to plug it in and see like 300, not 130. So yeah. Now, granted, this box, it might have newer firmware because this box is from late 2017. So who knows? Maybe it is safer. Can we get some likes of the smash button for that semi not destructive testing? Depends on the Marlin version. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind enough to shut off the heater. It should have aired the whole machine out, to be honest. Loosen the heater and pull it out partly. Ooh, that's another good one. That's another good one. Look how far we've come in 7 years. Well, what I could do for that is I could just go get another heater. And I'll plug the other... Let me go get a heater. Let this start. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go get a heater. If this starts catching fire, make sure you turn it off. What are you? 24 volt? No, that didn't work. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Sorry, 12 volt. Shoot, I need a 24 volt heater. Where is... I know I ripped you out. Where did I put y'all? Where did I put all the stuff? No, oh, you're from that. Oh, it would be downstairs, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't have a 12 volt heater. I don't have a 12 volt heater. I gotta go find, like, I gotta actually dig for a 12 volt heater. I mean, I could put a a 24 volt heater would blow it, wouldn't it? Oh, no. 24 volt heater would be fine. It's when you put 12 volts in 24 volts that you have a bad day. So if I put a 24 volt heater in here, it'll just be a really low heater, right? Unplug the heater. That would be the other option, is just unplug the heater. Because if you unplug the heater, it won't heat up. But no, I want to put a load on it. I want to like, yeah, quarter the power, yeah. So what I'll do, I'll just have this hanging in the air. 10 watt, yeah. Which side of the printer goes up? I don't know. Okay, that's the bed heater. So which one's, okay. So I could unplug those. I could just unplug the heater. See what it does. So we'll let the print get going for a bit, and then we'll turn the heater off and see what happens. I don't want it so close to the bed when we do this stuff. I want it up a little bit. So we'll let it go for a bit, and then what I'll do is I'll just unplug the heater. I'll just unplug the hot end heater and see what happens. I had a weak connection in the bed here that would always overheat once melting off. I wish I knew where my thermal thingy went. Because this thing is loaded up. Like, this thing is loaded with, like, we've got heat sinks on the MOSFETs on this. Yeah. Now your recommendations for blue, yellow, ABS ASA? Polymaker, link in the video description. Printed hot. What version of the board is that? It seems to run on some form of electricity. It's the V15 board. Unplug the bed thermistor. It'll probably just do the same thing where it'll just turn off the heaters but keep going. Like we unplug the hot end thermistor. I'm assuming the behavior for the bed thermistor would be the same as the hot end thermistor. That makes the most sense. But what I'm going to do is unplug the bed heater now, or the hot end heater. So actually, let me do it with some pliers. I don't want to get my fingers close to this. Okay, so I'm unplugging the hot end in 3, 2, 1. Actually, no, I'm not, because that slips right off. Let me grab something that I can actually grab with. Those will grip. Okay. So pull in the hot end heater wires in 3, 2, 1. So our hot end is now unplugged. So the temperatures are dropping. So again, this is our hot end wire. So printer is printing. Our heater is, I don't think this has wireless power transmission. Temperatures are dropping, but it's still going. Can I plug it back in? That is the question. Can we save the print? Can we save the print? Can we save the print? Oh. Temps are going back up. We might have saved it, guys. We might have saved it. We saved it. It lives. There you go. It's a feature. So because it uses the original firmware that has the what's thermal runaway protection enabled, if your hot end happens to come unplugged, you have several seconds to plug it back in before your print fails. There you go. It's a feature. It's a feature. It's a feature. Yeah, the fact that, like, so the thing that scares me is how I believe the opposite would be true, where if you tell it, because if it doesn't read the thermistor, it'll error out. But if it doesn't, if the temperatures go above or below what the thermistor wants, it doesn't error out. So that's the thermal runaway condition that'll get you on this machine. If your heater falls out, for example, or your thermistor falls out and you don't get the accurate temperature reading, it'll just keep cooking. Yeah. Take the thermistor out. Well, if you disconnect the thermistor, it doesn't error out. It doesn't error out if you disconnect the thermistor. But if the thermistor were to fall out, we would get the same thing here, where the heater would drop, but it would just keep going. Only it would keep pumping power to the heater, because the little light was on the whole time this was doing it. That's the thing that scares me, is the little light was on. Yeah, the Z-hop is set for like a millimeter by default. So unfortunately, I don't think it'd be easy to unplug that mid-print. No. So we might have to do the, put a dummy. I do have an extra thermistor here somewhere that I'm going to put in the V2. Can't believe the thermal runaway doesn't work. Like, that's sketchy. Connect a spare thermistor. I could do that. Where did that thermistor go? I have a thermistor in here. There we go. Does it have a connector on it? It does not. I mean, I could make it work. By the way, I bought new strippers. So now I got new strippers. Oh, so much better. So the thing that scares me about doing this, I really don't want to do this with an active heater because I don't want to actually kill the machine yet. Like, as much as, you know, it'd be funny to kill the machine already, I don't want to kill the machine already. But what we'll do is after we're done this test, I'll turn the machine off. I'll plug in a spare thermistor. And then I'll tell it to heat up to PLA temps, and we'll see if the hot end gets hot. So, yeah, we'll do that. Oh, here's the benchy that I printed last time. Why do I not have electrical tape? Oh, well. I don't want to kill the machine yet. Also, I totally just twisted on these wires for the thermistor onto a DuPont connector, because that's how we roll sometimes. Do I have an infrared thermometer gun? I do not, unfortunately. I have one. Okay, I lied. I do have one. I just don't know where it's at. It disappeared some point during the basement cleanup that's currently ongoing. Getting the basement print room back into a somewhat usable state. Ice cream. It smells like birthday candles. Heat gun. I got one. It's just on the ground over there. So how is this actually printing? I mean, it's actually printing. All this extra Z hopping is probably eating up a bit of time. But I need to get this higher in the air, so we're just gonna let it print. So yeah, so now we have a spare thermistor. So we'll unplug. Oh wait, no, this won't work. Shit. It's got two. Why do you use two plugs? Oh well. Whatever, I'll make it work. Just unplug one of these. Make it work. What is the print quality like? It's actually not too bad. So this is a benchy that we printed on it last week. And this is actually in the filament that came with the Tico. So this is like 8-year-old Tico PLA. So print quality ain't bad. It's just this took 2 hours. That's the thing. Like Chep just did a whole video on it where like an ender prints almost as good as a bamboo. If once you take speed out of the equation, printers haven't been printing any better for a while. Quality of life has definitely improved. Machines have gotten a lot better compared to this bullshit. Slicers have gotten a lot better. Filament quality's gotten a lot better. But at the end of the day, that uses the exact same motors as this. They still use the GT2 belt. Like, the hardware hasn't changed in a decade. There's no special sauce that they do to make their printer any better. It has the same hardware. It just, you know, they have it in a really nice box and a really nice UI. Like, that's the thing. Like, hardware hasn't changed in a while in printers. Now we're just, you know, certain things have gotten a lot cheaper. Aluminum extrusions used to be way more expensive. Now they're dirt cheap. That's why we use them to build printers out of. Current air cooling is now a thing. Once somebody realized, hey, somebody who does speed bench is like, let me slap a leaf blower on the side of this thing. So like, yeah. And like hot end design has obviously improved quite a bit compared to whatever the hell this is. So hot end and extruder design has improved. Yeah, Magneto, like I got the Magneto X down here. But yeah, like more interesting now. It is, that is literally the first time I've heard of them. CDXER. How do you supposed to pronounce that? The CDXER. Yeah, that's a Magneto X. I have one right here. Yeah. Like, I didn't even know he had one. He doesn't pop in the help chat, so. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Okay. 2 PMB. Oh. Yeah, it's a Magneto X. And it's a pre-production machine. I don't know why he's doing videos on it yet. It's not done, but whatever. Whatever. You do you, fam. You do you. The lube view cam. Where's the lube view cam? This ain't the lube view cam. Where's the lube view cam? Do I even have lube? I don't even have lube out. Oh, you can. Oh, on the X rod. Yeah, yeah. I put a little extra just because the Z homing on this last week was a little scratchy. What are we at? What are we at? We are at 24%. Okay. Yeah, all these Z hops is kind of annoying. I don't know why it's Z hopping within the frame. Ja gifted 1 community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Behind the scenes of the testing progress. I know. I just find, like, personally, it's a me thing. Like, this isn't like a critique against like teaching tech. He can do what he wants. But like, I don't see the point in putting out a video critiquing things on a pre-production unit before it's a production unit. Like, the reason you're not seeing mine on stream is because I'm actively working on bug fixes for stuff. Like, so I'm not featuring it because it would be disingenuous of me to feature a non-completed machine. So that's why you don't see it in use on my streams. Oh, you made sure to say it? Okay, that's good. Somebody just mentioned the stream yesterday, and I saw, like, in the time, or the other day, and I pulled it up, and in the timeline, it was like a whole thing about noise or something, and I'm like, yeah, but that's being worked on. I think the firmware got rid of that already. Or like, instead of a pulling belt, they just unravel it. Yeah, yeah. Production challenges won't show up in process. They do. The machines we have are, what's the proper term for it? Steve mentioned it last time. It's like a production validation machine. So you do your one-off machine to just show the concept that you bring to trade shows and whatnot, and then you're like, okay, we're gonna make these production machines. So what we do is you make a small batch of them to test your production methods, the assembly line, how the machines handle getting shipped and whatnot. Those are the machines we have. And then we do all the bug tweaking and whatnot. So there's already a second wave of machines that have gone out to a few people that are more finished product machines. And then they'll be like, those are the last ones before the production machines get shipped out. So there's a whole thing to it to do it properly. So validation, yeah, it's a production validation sample. That's pretty much what I have. So is it a perfect machine? No, I've had to swap out some boards on it. I've had to do some firmware updates. We're currently trying to diagnose an issue with one of the motors, but we're thinking that might not be, we're thinking that might be a manufacturing issue, but it is what it is. Like, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you do testing. So. Yeah, Pio Poly's been very good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm in we have a channel in the Discord where it's pretty quick with feedback and testing, and like anytime an issue comes up, they're out of all the companies I've worked with testing pre-production stuff, they're probably one of the better ones I've worked with. Like, they take the responses pretty good, which is really good to see. So. Just a robotic arm moving an extruder in all directions. That would be an infinite axis. Yeah, that's already a thing, and it's completely pointless. One, slicers don't know how to work with that. Two, it's called a KUKA arm. They've been an industry thing since like the 60s. So just because you can slap a V6 on a KUKA arm does not mean it's a good thing, because no slicer works with that. No, you can't tell a slicer, hey, I have a KUKA arm. It doesn't work that way. It's the same reason we don't have fancy, like, it's the same reason non-planar printers are non-starter. Multi-axis printing is a non-starter. Until we have slicers that can actively like handle that, it's just trade show demo shit. And it's been around forever, but nobody has bothered to actually make a slicer to make it a viable thing. They just keep making trade show demos again and again and again. It's like, believe me, it would be very nice if your printer could automatically adjust flow rate so you can print thicker layers where needed and thinner layers where needed and do the non-planar stuff or even multi-axis stuff. It'd be really freaking sweet. So quit just making trade show demos again and again and again and again, and make a slicer that can actually do it, so that us plebs at home who don't have time to like generate 20 G-code files and manually mash them together to make it work, that can only print the same thing again and again and again because you can't actively adjust anything, can actually play with it. Is a KUKA arm accurate enough? Yeah, oh, believe me, yeah. I mean, half your car is built with one, so as long as it's not a Tesla, you should be fine. Do I still like the Cheedy XCF Pro? I wouldn't say I don't like it. I wouldn't say I like it. I haven't used it. Enter the geometry of our tool head. The thing is, though, there's no slicer that can handle multi-axis. Like, yeah, it can handle tool changing. We got slicers that can handle tool changing. But in terms of like, okay, here's a model. Now slice it so it knows exactly, you know, when to cant the tool head on what degree and what angle to generate the best possible print quality. Slicers can't do that. That's why it's like the one that's the modified V0 that prints like it prints a tower, then it pivots and prints 3 benchies on each side. That's just the CAN G-code. All it does is print tower, and then do a G-code move for the rotate, then print pre-generated benchy G-code, and then rotate it again, then print pre-generated benchy G-code again. So it literally prints the same boat twice. It just has a, you know, just went in there and adds a separate G-code to make it move and whatever before. Did it bug out on me? Okay, Andy, cheers for the 10 and appreciate it. For some reason it popped up twice on my screen. So I think you only did it once. What about a lathe style 3D printer? That's the thing. No slicer can handle that. There is no slicer that you can just load a model in and tell it, oh, I have a y-axis in my printer. Or correction, what is it? It's X, Y, Z, and then A, B, C? Maybe C are the other axes for like tilt pan. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, that's the thing. Until, you know, people could build those machines all day. It looks really cool, but it's just trade show shit. Until it's actually viable at home, it's a trade show demo. That's all it is. It's like the what's the full control XYZ stuff? Is it full control XYZ? That stuff looks really cool, but it's a trade show demo. Until it, like, get those features in a slicer so we can actually use them. That's the problem. And then somebody's gonna be like, well, if you want them, you do them. And we're like, dude, no. New slicer tech. Well, here's the thing. Do you want to pay for it? Prusa has 12 full-time employees working on Prusa Slicer. You know what their reward is? Other companies just take their shit and slap a green label on it. So are you gonna, like, yeah, we luck out and get some open source people that work on shit behind the scenes and like Orca Slicer and whatnot. That's always cool. But, you know, it's all built on something that a company's actually paying people to develop, that other companies are, again, just slapping their logo on it. So do you really think you're going to see those massive leaps in innovation if a lot of companies just rely on other companies doing the work and slapping a logo and a skin on it? Like, do you think that's going to progress the industry? Did I see CNC? I did see CNC's kitchen video on it, and it would be really cool to do that. What is it called? Like log home or bricklaying or something like that style of outer wall. It'd be really cool. The only downside is, well, it wouldn't be a downside because I do it. You would have to have Z-hop enabled for any travel move that moves through a wall. You would have to have Z-hop enabled. Otherwise, you're going to be dragging your nozzle through the print. But it's a pretty novel idea. And I do love the one person on the 3D printing subreddit who was like, I called it because they posted about that idea a couple of years ago with a little sketch. Looking at the pressure forming sheet products using arms pressing the metal between it. I've seen that. That's a pretty cool thing. Is it too early to catch fire? No, we're gonna be doing that later. I've got the demo thermistor wired up already. I just want to let one print finish before we induce some sparky sparks. But we did test, if you unplug the thermistor, like unplug the thermistor, so it gets an invalid reading, it'll turn the heaters off, but it'll keep printing. If you disconnect the heater, it just keeps printing. You know, the temperature keeps dropping, which leads me to the idea that if temperature goes the other way, it'll just keep printing too. So what we're going to do is after this print finishes and the printer is nice and up in the air, and there's less of a chance of it, you know, touching anything that is flammable, we're going to plug in a thermistor, a dummy thermistor, and tell it to heat up. And we'll see if it responds in a way we prefer. Do I run a business in 3D printing? The closest thing to a business I do is YouTube. I do some small scale. I'm starting to do more small scale stuff for some people I know in terms of small batch manufacturing, but nothing like print farm. The Diabase Engineering H504 did a video on a couple of a mill all-in-one and multi-access. What is that? A Diabase Engineering H5 400. Well, it looks like, considering I can't actually find any links to the company called Diabase, it appears they've gone out of business. Yeah. You want to know about that printer? It went out of business. So there you go. How's that doing? Not good. Not good at all. Here's the thing with, okay. Who here knows the term, you don't shit where you eat? I am not a fan of machines that can do more than one thing. Yes, there's the master of, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. That doesn't apply to this kind of situation. The thing is, you're doing additive and subtractive in the same volume. So you're making a mess in the thing that needs to be relatively clean. That's the thing. And then also, it's a good CNC does not make a good 3D printer, and a good 3D printer does not make a good CNC. So you kind of have like downsides to both. So permanently closed. Yeah. Yeah, they shut down years ago. And I bet you that machine had a proprietary slicer. And an e-stop button. So does my mini mill that we're building, or the Milo. Robust stuff like carbon fiber, hence why I asked questions about the XCF Pro. Any printers in the same category, quality, price-wise? Groove, any printer with a hardened nozzle and an all-metal extruder and an all-metal hot end will print those materials just fine. Like, you don't, like, this machine with a hardened nozzle will print carbon fiber just fine. It'll obviously only print as good as an anet can print. But if you were to throw a hardened nozzle in here, it'll print carbon fiber just fine. It's got a metal extruder. It's a brass gear, so it probably wouldn't last too long. But I'll be honest, depending on your print volume, get an X1C. If you're looking for a machine out of the box that'll just chew through that kind of stuff all day, you're looking probably like the X1C or the P1S. If you upgrade the hot end to a hardened nozzle hot end and you replace the extruder gears with metal gears. And I'm pretty sure the extruder gears in the P1 series are plastic. So. But yeah. You don't need a crazy special machine to print carbon fiber. Any machine will do it. You just need a hardened nozzle, and preferably an all metal hot end because of the temps usually, and also good extruder that isn't going to destroy itself. Like, if you want to be honest, where did I put the big one? Did I lose it? I hope I didn't lose it. So this right here is carbon fiber PLA. This was printed on the Magneto X. So the overhead camera. So this is carbon fiber PLA. And this was printed on the Magneto X. No support. A little bit of fuzzy in the doorway, but other than that, not bad. Anet should have emergency stop. It's you want to know what the emergency stop on an anet is? Ah, shoot, where is it? I know I have it in here somewhere. One second. I put it over here. Shoot. Ah, dang it, I don't have it. Okay, so normally I have an axe out here. It might be in the backyard. So what you do is you have an axe, and if it starts to run away, you just chop the power line. So that's your e-stop. But do you actually use dice towers here? It's just a print. I wanted to print something relatively tall. This is one of the first prints I did on it, and this isn't a dice tower. This is just a model. But I wanted to print something relatively tall that didn't take up the whole print volume like a helmet. So I printed that. I also printed a few other things, but I can't find where they went. Positron V3 had a guy up. What was it? Next layer. Did he do a positron video? What did he do it on? Okay, wait. Did he build it? Did he build it using the LDO kit? Pre-production for a week now. God damn it. The reason I haven't built my positron is because LDO told us to hold off because there's parts that need revision. But, you know, do a review on a printer that is not fucking done yet. Go for it. Just go for it. So, yeah, critique the printer that, you know, the manufacturer has openly told us not to do stuff on because it's not finished yet. Because there needs to be revisions. You know how much work LDO has put into the positron to get it into a production state? Like, they have been working on this machine for years to get it into a production capable state that's reliable. That's the thing. Because the thing is, the original design is like it's like a British racing car. It's a bespoke hand-built thing. It is not a production thing. So they've been working on trying to get it a production machine for a while now. So. Now, granted, full disclosure, he might not have a machine that required assembly. The reason me and Steve haven't built ours is ours are kits. He might have gotten a fully assembled one for all I know. But still. Positron LT. What is the Positron LT? Like, all I know of the Positron, like, the Positron came out and then a bunch of other people are fiddling with the design. I just know LDO's working on it. Do not view. Yeah, I don't follow him anyways. He's a former crypto bro. Look up his other YouTube channels. They're crypto channels. I don't support anyone who does crypto. Take advantage of people. LT is the easier source version. Okay. Yeah, his was pre-built. Okay, that makes sense. But still. A fully bit positron and fancy. Like, one second. Yeah, I gotta move the box. Get up. There we go. You mean this box? Right here? That has a positron in it? Yeah, the kits come with the flight case. When is the positron build starting? As I said earlier, we are waiting on revised parts, and then we'll do it. Because I prefer working with manufacturers that take the time to test stuff before pushing it out the door. How do you avoid warpage on carbon fiber? I was printing carbon fiber nylon because it was nylon. I needed an enclosure. That's why. Here's the thing, Grove. Carbon fiber itself doesn't warp. It's carbon fiber. It don't warp. If anything, it actually it helps you fight warp because it's just carbon fiber. Carbon fiber it's just there. It doesn't warp. However, the plastic that it is or that it's suspended in will. So, be for those. I don't know what the exact pricing is. Also, I haven't really looked at it because pricing is always subject to change, and I'm Canadian, so my prices always suck. But yeah, if you're printing nylon, you probably do want to print with an enclosure. Probably turn your fans off. 4 hours. I mean, I technically could probably start building it because I think I know what parts are still being revised and they're not right at the beginning. But I'm building it with Steve, so I don't want to be too lonely. Just assemble. I need to get another Galileo too, because I'm realizing the next Voron we're gonna start tinkering with to get it fixed. I've got one Nighthawk left and 2 Leviathans. So the plan is I'm putting a Nighthawk and a Leviathan in the Trident, and then also I need to put a Leviathan and some toolhead board in V226. The problem is V226 has a full-size LGX extruder in it. So I need to figure out a different extruder for it. The revised parts are printed. Oh no, they're machined out of metal, I think. I haven't opened them. Yeah, I opened mine up just to look at the box, but it's literally just a box full of parts sitting under my cabinet here. Hopefully everything's still in that box that I need. You never got back to me for the CNC kit for the Trident. I thought I did. Didn't I get back to you? I could have double T. I could have sworn I did. I thought like where last I heard you wanted to. I don't know. I'm down. Like nope. Okay. Well, here is me getting back to you. I thought I did. If you message me, this is to anyone. If anyone ever DMs me and then like I'm talking and then I don't, you just I have a memory like a goldfish when it comes to social media at times. And I get DMs all the time. So once it gets like bumped off the top of my list, it gets buried. But so yes, I'm down. Hey, the Trident's gonna get worked on anyways. So if you got some Gucci stuff you wanted me to show off in it, let me know. So yeah, just DM me again and we'll talk. Well, the Kevin aka Sam belted extruder, is it reliable? That is the only thing I'm worried about. Is it actually like a viable, reliable thing? I am not a fan of throwing something brand new that's relatively untested in a machine that I use a lot. You got a new tool cabinet, Steve? What did you get? Is it like just a toolbox type thing, or? Keep hitting the wrong button. I mean that one. I'm gonna move these around. 1 second, because this bugs me. 1 second. Where is? There we go. Okay. So we're gonna have the overhead cam be the top one and the mobile cam be the bottom one. So now, and then overhead, and then there's the mobile cam. There we go. That makes sense because the overhead cam is up, so it's at the top of the stream deck. It's on wheels. So is this. I need to get a new top for this though. The OBS that's underneath a cutting mat ain't cutting it anymore. Printer's kind of boring. Where's the fire? We're letting it finish one print before we have fun with it. Simple as that. We're letting it have one print that finishes. Hey, this is exciting. This is running at twice the speed. We've doubled the speed of this printer. But is the same for this? No, I got to redo the whole setup downstairs. I'm redoing the whole setup downstairs for streaming and whatnot, because downstairs I only have the one camera. So the plan is, like, I do everything out here now pretty much, but I do want to have the basement set up for unboxings, for print and chills, for, unless the print and chill involves a machine out here, giveaway streams. So like the monthly member community, or the semi-monthly community challenge streams, and when I do like interviews and whatnot. So this is going to be the build area, and downstairs is going to be like the studio area. Vitaly, $20, cheers and appreciate it. The CNC tap's working out great on Tallboy, by the way, if you're wondering. So yeah, I just got to redo it all. So I'm going to only have like 1 or 2 cameras down there. Basically the main camera and a mobile camera. That's it. And just did a fun video making a Valentine's graffiti box for makes me want a Cocoa Press. I love my Cocoa Press. I don't use it a ton. I've gotten over the initial, oh my God, shiny and new phase with it, because I built mine back in like November. I've had mine for a bit now. But like I printed a bunch of stuff for the family for Valentine, or for Christmas, some Valentine's Day stuff. Like that's what I use it for. Plus, I'm trying to ration the chocolate that I got with it so it lasts longer, because it's actually easier for me to pick up chocolate at Rep Rat Fest from Ellie than buy it from her directly because of shipping to Canada. Heads up on it. Mine was not communicating even over USB. I've been working over USB now, but BT still busted. Okay. Oh no, Coho, how did you get yours working over USB? Because I only use mine over USB because I have it plugged into my desktop and I don't have USB on my desktop, or Bluetooth on my desktop. So I just have it. It's always been plugged in via USB cable. It's been just plugged in for years. It just sits there. Nothing happens to it. I pull it out, I edit, I put it back. It literally sits under a monitor. I got a little shelf. So please tell me how you got it working on Bluetooth. Reinstalled DaVinci Resolve to the latest. Shit, because I've done that. I completely uninstalled everything. I reinstalled everything. I installed to old setup. I've installed an older version, installed the latest version, installed a version that was like 2 versions ago. I've uninstalled the drivers. I've reinstalled the drivers. What I actually did was I've just before stream started, I updated all the drivers on my motherboard, my BIOS. I've done a Windows update. I've done like everything that I can think of that would potentially affect a USB device. And then I turned off my computer and I literally unplugged it. And then I went live down here. So we'll find out in a bit. Last patch, it's flaky as hell. Yeah, great. Consult with Steve to help organize things. Thanks for all the great content. The Dankies, $50. Cheers and appreciate it. I'm working on it. Ooh, I could do. Let me do mobile cam. So I am currently working on it. So this is my view. So hi chat. This is what I see. There's my. I don't know why I have a giant tub of like paints and whatnot up there, but that's what I have up there. So this is what I see. So you can see here. This is a toolbox. Okay, it's a Husky, but I took the logo off. So I've started kind of organizing it with stuff that I use. But the problem is I still have drawers for my CNC days, or for my tool shop days. So, you know, once I get the Milo up and running, this might come in handy. You know, if you need a stone to stone anything, or, you know, a tap, if you need to tap a hole. You know, carbide drill, some taps, end mills, reamers. So I've got all this stuff that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. But then you go down further and you get like air tools. I got an NSK pencil grinder, flapper. Like this, I got to get rid of all this stuff. Like this is all for my tool shop days. So like all my drawers are just, I got to go through it all and like redo it all. Yeah, I know the Milo won't handle bits that size. I know, it's only good up to like 9 mil or something like that. I was kind of hoping it would have an ER11 call it, And I think the ER11 collets go up to 1/2 inch, which would be really useful. But I think we're only good up to 9 mil. Which, as a 40 aficionado, is better. Yeah, it's ER16. Is it ER20? Okay, I was thinking the other way then. Yeah, ER20 then. Oh, that's what. Anyways, yeah. Well, we're doing infill at 150 millimeters a second, but it's so small, I don't think that's big of an issue. It's an RPM machine, not a torque machine. Steve, yes, that's what exactly. Yeah, smaller CNCs like that, you get around the fact that you don't have the rigidity and the tool size of like a Bridgeport by basically just going really fast with like a single flute, so that you make up for it with a chip load. I would like to get a full-size millimeter. I would too. Like, one of the things that I miss the most of not working in the tool shop anymore is just being able to go in there and dick around with the Bridgeports and the lathes and the grinders on my off hours, or the fact that I work steady afternoons, once day shift left. And if anyone complained, I was the shift supervisor for a couple years, so who would they complain to? Yeah, I don't get me wrong. It'll be fun having a CNC, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to the Milo, because unlike routers, you actually can manually move the knobs. So you just disable the motors and you can manually move it. So if you just have to punch a hole in something quick, you could just have like a can. Like, I'm tempted to set up some canned like pre-made G code for like just pecking operations, so that you could just like, if, oh shoot, I got to put a hole in here quick. So you just mount the plate in. You just put like a little divot or like, you know, punch or whatever, and then you just kind of eyeball its position, and then you just run the pecking macro that'll just drill a hole for you. So if you need to put a hole in something really quick, you could just manually peck, peck, peck. That's what I allow to do with. So. Did you try uninstalling something like Revo Uninstaller? No, because I'm terrified to actually do a full wipe of Resolve, because I can't find where I put my activation code. When I bought Resolve, when I bought it, it came with, like, I bought it in a deal. So I got Resolve, and it came with the speed editor deck for like $3.99 Canadian, which, how much is Resolve right now? DaVinci Resolve license. How much is a DaVinci Resolve license in Canada? Okay, so I paid $3.99, and it came with the speed editor deck. But when it came with like a little card that had the license on it, and it's like, hey, you can use this as many times as you want, but you can only have 2 computers activated at a time. Don't lose this. And I lost it. So I don't know where it came with. Or I don't know where the card is. So I'm good until I have to reinstall it. And I can uninstall and reinstall, but if I like wipe everything, I'm afraid it'll forget my CD key. So I got apparently I can like message DaVinci with like my receipt, and they'll give me a new key. But yeah, I'd rather not right now, because I tried editing some stuff for the video, for next week's video, without the speed editor, and I feel like a Neanderthal. It's like I'm bashing rocks together. Like, I'm not a pro editor, but being able to just scrub through the timeline with the little knob and then just hit like splice and delete like really easily, yeah. Go find the key in the registry. I looked it up. Apparently it's like encrypted. You can't actually see your own activation key once you plug it in. It's not like saved anywhere. Because I did Google that. It's like, how to extract your DaVinci key, and it's like, nope. Call or email support with your receipt and hope for the best. Did I try unplugging it? I did. So it's funny. It shows up in the app. So let me pull it up here, because somebody's like, oh, what if it doesn't show up in thing and whatnot? One second here. Where is it? Oh, no. Yeah. So see, like, hey, there it is in the speed editor. there it is in DaVinci Resolve Editor. It's there, it exists. It just, you know, Resolve itself doesn't see it. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I'll say this. If I can't get it working, this week's video is just going to be a rant. I'm just going to turn on, I'm going to get my little Osmo Pocket 3 out. I'm just going to turn it on and talk about something for 8.5 minutes and turn it off and upload that. Because that's what this week's video is going to be if I can't get it working. More positive than calling FedEx. Oh, I think guys, I think they're on to me. Every package that I've gotten international since then has been opened by customs. Like, no joke. Even like the Prusa enclosure was open, the Mark III was opened, the box with the Mark 3.5 upgrade kit was open. I ordered a case for my Osmo Pocket 3 off Amazon that was shipped from Amazon US. It's held at customs right now. It's a $20 case. It has no electronics. It's literally just a box, and it's held at customs right now. I'm on their shit list now. I didn't do anything. Although the Milo kit from LDO showed right up. That did show right up. Can't trust us Americans. It's not even an American case. It's from China. It's just Amazon US had it in stock. I poked the bear. Change. No, here's the thing. The company's still called Nero 3D. It's still Nero 3D on all the paperwork. It's just the YouTube channel's called. The reasons why is I'm not gunning for it, but I'm hoping to get a play button in the next year or so. So I'm going to start doing the short game. That's the plan, is to start doing shorts and artificially pump up my sub numbers just so I get that validation of having a YouTube plaque. You know, I know it won't affect anything in terms of like paying my mortgage, but I'll have that validation. And I want it to have something other than Nero 3D on the plaque. Because then I can just go, oh, Canuck Creator. Which I got to start using it more. Somebody's working on a logo for me. I got to get that done. And I got to update the intro. The intro is so outdated. Like, here, I'm going to mute it so you don't have to hear it. But like, can I scrub through this? I think I can scrub. No, can I scrub through it? Intro video. Can I scrub through it? I can't scrub through it. But like, look how old it is. Look how old that is. That's V2.4 with the afterburner. This is like back in the old room before I had other printers. The key back, or the, look at that beard. What beard? Oh, the 3018. The original, oh god, that, before we put the, yeah, look how old, oh, hey, this is what the electronics I ripped out. I still have this dryer. Yeah. I gotta update that. That is horribly out of date. Actually, let me go back to that and turn the music back on so I don't forget about it next stream. There we go. Yeah. I gotta update that. I'm keeping the music. I paid for that music. I own that music. That is my music. I own the rights to it. And by rights, I mean I paid a Fiverr artist $5. Actually, no, I paid him $15, and then I paid him another $15 for a tip because I liked it. That is, for those wondering what that music is, that's actually YouTube music called AI2. And then, so that, if you go back and watch the old streams, you'll hear the original version of it. And then what I did was I paid a Fiverr artist to make I literally just went, make like a synthwave outrun-esque 80s vintage style version of it. Is the spool holder that slippery? I wrapped it in Captain tape, so actually it is, it's smooth enough. It's smooth enough. Need a more modern intro. I do. I mean, I've been out here in the garage now for 6 months. It's been 6 months since we moved out here. And yeah, I really got to update all that. We're on to the antennas. Part of me really wants to start playing Helldivers too, but a new patch for Baldur's Gate came out, and I kind of want to do my evil playthrough finally. How did you like Techmaster? It's okay. I don't know. I don't think it's different enough to be worth changing. It's good. It's just, I don't know. Those were horns. What did I call them? I don't know. They're eerie bits. The board can take 100% duty cycle for the hot end, but not the bed. Well, both LEDs are flashing like mad. So... Antennas. Oh, did I call them antennas? Eh. Antennae. I gotta put lights in a bunch of these printers too. Tallboy needs lights. I got daylight in a stick downstairs. I gotta put some in there. I gotta put lights in the Magneto too. Which the Magneto was in a good spot until I put the panels on it, which are all tinted. So now I can't see the print when it's printing. So I literally just have like a shop light that I lay on top of it when I'm printing so I can see it. Doing all the weekend chores between the music and the anet. It's almost like 3D printing ASMR. Well, soon we'll have fire, hopefully, so we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Got an extinguisher ready? I do. I got my little first alert easy fire spray. And then also I am in the garage. So worst comes to worst, I open the garage door and yeet this onto the driveway. What's Tallboy's printable Zed? With the drag chain, or correction, with the current setup of the Galileo 2, with the umbilical, we are at 370 on the Zed for Tallboy. It can do 380, but I don't like getting it that close to the top. So Tallboy's limited to 370. If I need to do something full 400 Zed, this will do it. This will do full 400 Zed. Okay, take care. Oh no. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is I've updated everything and then I turned the computer off. So I'm hoping just everything being up to date and just power cycling it and it'll just find itself hopefully. Because it was super annoying to like, hey, okay, I'm just gonna edit this really quickly because it turned out really good. I'm actually happy. Here, you know what? If we get to 200 likes, I'll spoil the intro for the next video that I was planning. Because I actually edited something that I'm proud of in terms of editing. Stalling away for a few more days so they can iron that out. Is it PC and PS5 that are having the issue? Because I'm going to be playing on PS5 if I get it. Because, yeah. A shooter on... Did I ever watch The Expanse? I watched the first season, and then I started watching the second, and something happened, and I didn't finish it. So I probably will watch it at some point. Is taco an acceptable favorite shape? Sure, why not? Lawful good. Most of my okay, so I have beaten Baldur's Gate. I've beaten it twice. I've gotten two other characters to the last act 3. No, I've gotten 3 characters to the final act. So I've beaten the game fully twice. I've gotten 3 characters to Act 3. One of them is the character we play on the live stream on the Twitch channel, which I gotta start doing that again. I've been busy. Might do that this week, hopefully. But I've never done a full Evil playthrough. I did start an Evil playthrough and got to mid-Act 2, but I never finished it. And that was on one of the early patches before they changed a lot of the character interactions. So part of me wants to do a full-on Evil playthrough. So we'll see. Because now that they've kind of made the game, it used to be if you played Evil, like you got locked out of a lot of content, and you still do, but it's not as bad. Oh, fan turned off. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's turn you off so we can do some science. By turn off, I mean unplug it. Okay. So, first things first. Thermistor. Unplug. So this is extruder. Thermistor is unplugged. So now we get our dummy thermistor, which is it the same kind? I don't know. But we're gonna plug you in with your DuPont connectors. Hope you don't short. Okay. And then we're going to turn you back on. So let's see what temperature we read. Okay. So it is reading 12 degrees Celsius, which makes sense because this thermistor was sitting in the bottom drawer of a toolbox. Okay, so it's me holding it has already brought it up to 25. So what temperature is body temperature again? I'm dying. I got a fever. I've got a fever. I don't think 45 degrees Celsius is normal body temperature. Thermistors lose accuracy outside of their design temperature range, just so you're aware. Yeah. I don't think this is an F. But either way, so we now have a thermistor plugged in that isn't connected to the heater. So if I touch the heater with it, and nothing. So let's go ahead and tell this to heat up and see what we get. So, oh, this is actually stuck to the bed. Come on. There we go. Oh no! 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 My vintage Scotch tape! No! So red unfortunately never shows up good on cameras. But I don't know about you, that looks satisfactory. For, you know, it took an hour. Okay. Quick settings. Let's move you over into the middle. Over that, so you don't touch anything. Let's actually move you right there. That way you don't get on the belt. Quick settings. Preheat PLA. Okay. Both heaters are on. Now we wait. Now we wait. So this is simulating little Timmy had a clog or a blockage in the nozzle, and while clearing the fluffy cloud of doom that sometimes build, they happened to pull out the heater and they didn't realize it. Both MOSFETs are still on. So what I'm going to do is try and touch that. Let's see if we can get it. Oh yeah, she's heating up. So just holding the thermistor against it. But yeah, it's heating up. So it's running away. Yep. Yep, both MOSFETs are still on. So the bed is on. Max. The bed's cycling now. So you can see the bed heater's turning off. But the second one, the hot end heater. Yeah, so the bed is pulsing, but that hot end is just, it's running away. It's just running away. Is that nozzle bent? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you guys seeing a mirage too from the heat? Yep, filament's starting to melt out of it. Yeah, it's so say it crashed. Yeah, it's running away. Okay, that's as hot as I'm gonna let it get. That's as hot as I'm gonna let it get. Okay, quickly plug in the regular thermistor. Turn it back on and see what we got to. Plug in the regular thermistor. What are we at? What are we at? What are we at? Oh, that smells bad. Woo, okay. It aired out right away. It was 333. It was 333. It like aired out right away, but it was 333 before it aired out. Let me see if I can turn that off. 1, 2, 10. Turn it back on. Omni 3D printer, 286. Okay, 280. Okay, so at 300 it airs out, but yeah, aluminum is good to like 600 something. Good God. Okay, so we got to get this moving because this actually we have to get this filament flowing again. Extruder. Okay, it is sucking filament in. Okay, we got filament coming out. We're good. We're good. You don't want to leave cooked filament in the hot end that long, because what can happen with a lot of plastics is that if it gets too hot and it stays at a hot temperature for too long, it'll carbonize and it basically turns into like glass. You basically, it's an absolute nightmare to clean out. I've seen it happen to an injection mold barrel before. Okay, it still works. Let me find, oh no. I might be out of blue tape. Oh no, I do have blue tape. Hot end became flamethrower. It's super effective. There we go. You had to drill out a heat break before? Ooh. There's nothing wrong with those MOSFETs. I don't know. Like, so far they're working okay. Okay, so now we need something to actually print with. I need something kind of big so we can actually see how much this can actually do. Yeah. Gonna bring the fire starter to Rocky Mountain. I'm not bringing anything to Rocky Mountain other than myself and a camera because I gotta fly and I don't bring I'm not checking luggage. So unfortunately I will not be bringing a printer. Like that's what IRF and MRF are for, because both of those are I drive to. So it's easier to bring a printer. They're actually perfectly fine. I know somebody keeps saying the FETs are fine. I'm like, yeah, they probably are. It's just, you know, it still is an anet. There we go. Now, am I doubled up on the tape on this side? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay, what are we gonna print? What are we gonna print? Because I'm gonna get a drink going and I'm gonna print something kind of big, I think. What are we gonna print? I wanna print something, what would be, oh, you know what? Let's kill this. Let's give this something stupid. Yeah. Let's give it something stupid to try. Helmet, a helmet won't fit on this, let's be honest. 18 hours. Oh, hell nah. No. I'm just realizing I'm not letting this thing run lights out. Do the E3D Bucky. Do the E3D Bucky. An hour and 42. There. That I'm comfortable. That I'm comfortable letting. Because that I can, you know, after stream I could still check on it. Oh wait, you gotta power cycle it after removing the SD card. That's always fun. 1, 2, 10. File, E3D Buggy. There we go. Up, up, down, down. Left, right. B, A, start, go! Okay, let me get a drink while this does whatever the hell this does. So I've got no whiskey today, but I do have what's left of some local hard apple cider. At least I think I have some. Yeah, I do. So this is Wagner Orchard and Estate Winery. Cider produced by Wagner Orchard and Estate Winery, Maidstone, Ontario. 6.1% alcohol. It's just a hard apple cider, right? How much? I got a little bit left. Maybe 2 drinks out of it. We opened it the other night, but then me and the wifey watched the Sand Trap run the Grand Tour. Oh, that's tasty. What's my day job other than trying to make fire out of an A8? You're looking at it. I am a YouTuber. I do YouTube things. I wonder if we're gonna get that ghost benchy again. Sandtrap was great. Sad there's only 1 episode left of them, apparently. There's another season of Clarkson's Farm coming out soon, so that I'm excited for. Have I played Subnautica? I have not. Open world survival games like that aren't really my thing. I know Subnautica's not entirely like that, but like what is it? Enshrouded, Pal World, like those kind of games like, if they have other mechanics, maybe. But like the whole just open world survival games are you know, base building games are not really my thing. Fear of the ocean. Oh, it's that. Oh yeah. I kind of suffer a bit from, what is it? The last phobia. Is that how you pronounce it? Big open water where you can't see the bottom gives me the heebie-jeebies. So, Clarkson Farm, May 3rd. Awesome. That's one thing I was kind of disappointed. My plan was when I went to Smurf last year, I wanted to go to Chippy Norton to go visit the Clarkson Farm because it's like 45 minutes from Oxford. But I never got around to that. Until you got scuba diving certified. F that. Have you played Starfield? Yeah. I played it in 2011 when it was launched. Only it didn't have guns at the time and was set in a more medieval time, but it had magic. Fire when? We already got, well, we didn't get fire because I didn't let it run away. But we did induce thermal runaway and it did get to like 400 degrees on the hot end, which, yeah. Imagine diving when you hear a massive roar. No, the scariest thing to hear when diving is a ping. For those that know, you do not want to hear a submarine ping when you are diving. What's the new space game? Helldivers 2 is like the current like cool game to play. No Man's Sky got an update. I never got into No Man's Sky. Good for them for turning it around, but it's again not my kind of game. Like I love Baldur's Gate 3. Put it that way. I did just get Divinity Original Sin 2. It was on. It might still be on sale on Steam for like $15. So I picked that up. So I'm gonna try and play that at some point. What I gotta do. The plan is honestly I want to finish the playthrough that we're doing on the Twitch channel for Baldur's Gate 3, and then I want to play Divinity Original Sin 2 new on stream. Because I've never played it. I've played through Baldur's Gate. So playing Baldur's Gate on stream, part of me kind of likes playing a game through on stream that I've already beaten, because then I can make it a more enjoyable experience, because, you know, you don't get stuck trying to figure out how to lock a door, shit like that. Plus, you can kind of curate a better experience for the audience, as you can know what's coming up and whatnot. But I kind of want to play Divinity Original Sin, like, completely fresh. I know nothing about that game. So that might be fun. We'll see. Helldivers 2 seems like a game that if you had, like if you're playing with IRL friends or like an actual group of people repeatedly, it would probably be a lot of fun. You wear a bucket as a helmet if your int is low enough. Ooh. Look at that beautiful E3D logo. Perfect first layer on blue tape. Magnificent. Near a LAN party. I gotta do that. I keep saying I want to do game stuff with the Discord, but I never get around to doing it. The problem is timing. The time I would be able to do it is when everyone's asleep. And the problem is my computer room is between both bedrooms. So like you have the master bedroom, and then you got the computer room next to it, and then you got the little guy's room. So if I'm in the computer room, everyone goes to bed, I gotta be quiet. So I can't, like, that's why, like, I don't participate in late night Discord hangouts and whatnot, because everyone's asleep and I talk loud. Because the thing is, as somebody who now streams a lot, and it like, I don't have an indoor voice. If I'm talking to people on the internet, like, I just talk. Like, you know how you talk, like, you gotta be kind of quiet, like, hey guys, welcome to my build. Okay, we're gonna be build. No, I talk. So, yeah. Is this printer made of Lexan? Only the finest acrylics. So. Can't talk softly with the headset. Yeah, that too. Trying to get the wifey into Baldur's Gate 3 right now, actually. For Unreal Tournament LAN Party. I've got Unreal Tournament 99 on the computer. The Game of the Year edition on Steam, so. Although it's funny going back to that game because it's so twitchy. And like, I did not remember it being that fast when I was young. But then again, I don't think the computers ran it that fast back when I was young. I just can't. Well, like when I'm out here, like I'm wearing noise canceling headphones right now, or earbuds, because the 1060 would probably explode. Is it on the Unreal Engine? Do I have Steam on this? I don't have Steam. Helldivers. Was there a Hell? Oh, I'm assuming there was a Helldivers 1 as well, but I never heard of Helldivers 1. Oh, I am not. I am totally. I was born in 1944. What do you need to even play this thing? An i7-4790 and a 1050 Ti minimum. Recommends a 2060 or 6600 or better. So I'm good. I've got a 3950 and a 3080. I'm good. Seems like a fairly thick aluminum plate. It's about 3 mil. Is that thick? Not really. Thicker than like an ender bed, I think. No Steam on. Yeah, this computer would run it. This has a 1070 Ti and a 3700X. So this would run Helldivers. I could actually put a 5700 XT in here if I really wanted to. I have that kicking around right now. But I won't because NVENC is better than AMD's encoder. So there's no point putting a more power-hungry GPU in this computer. If anything, I wish I had a 380, like just a cheap 380. An ARC for the AVI, AV1 encoding. Helldivers 2 is a top-down shooter. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of Helldivers 1. It's just Helldivers 2, and it's this huge thing. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's kind of like a weird mix of like Starship Troopers slash like extraction game slash like, I don't know, it just looks really cool. Is that reality? Yeah, they said they were sending me a K1C. I haven't heard anything in like a month. Find out. Helldivers 1 came out in 2015. Oh, cool. Oh no, we're at 240 likes of the smash button. Here. So since we hit the like goal, let me pull up. I will give you a tease of what I'm working on for next week's video, or what I was gonna do for next week's video, but I don't know because if I can't get Resolve working, I'm not gonna bother going through a whole. It is so depressing to edit, like to have equipment not work, and it's like, well, you can edit without the speed editor, and I'm like, I'm used to editing with it though. Like it ruins my whole. I don't even know half the keyboard shortcuts because I use the speed editor. Here. Bamboo intro, there we go. So this is the intro that I actually. So I've had my Bamboo Lab X1C for about a year and a half now. See if you notice the edit. Hours on it. It's obviously not my most used printer. I tend to rotate which one that happens to be in. Usually it's a Voron of some flavor. But it does see regular use. I do use it. Unfortunately, it's completely dead right now, and it's broken, and I can't use it, which is kind of a problem. So what happened? Well, remember how I did that video on how you can fix a faulty sensor wire on your Bamboo Lab with a piece of tape? Yeah, that was the temporary fix. It only lasted a bit, and now the machine won't even home. And unfortunately, that means it's completely useless. Can't home, can't print. And contrary to what some online opinions have, I actually do want to get this thing working again. The filament rollover feature of the AMS and just the ability to reliably print multicolor is major reason I do use the Bamboo Lab X1 series of printers. So we need to get this fixed. Now, unfortunately, Bamboo Lab uses a lot of proprietary components in their printer designs, but their online store does have a decent selection of replacement parts available at a relatively reasonable price, I'll be honest. So I've gone ahead, I've given Bamboo Lab my money, because my machine's out of warranty at this point, I believe, and I purchased a replacement bed cable. So we're going to go ahead, see how easy it is to actually do user serviceability on these machines. I'll share my long-term thoughts on actually using one of these machines semi-regularly over the past little while. And while we're at it, for good measure, that P1P there is looking a little boring. So let's go ahead and put a Panda Touch in it as well from Big Tree Tech. We've got a lot to do, so let's get started. Yeah, I was so happy. That took me so much longer to edit than it should have because I didn't have my speed editor. That was so annoying, not having my speed editor to do that. No, that is literally, all it is DaVinci Resolve with two scenes overlaid. Obviously, I didn't move the camera. So you just record 2 takes and you try to keep the line, like you don't cross the line, which I did once, but that was okay because it was before I had the double come in. So all you do is you just record both scenes with the camera locked off without it moving. You don't change any of the lighting or anything. And then what you do is you just, on your timeline, you have your main one on the bottom and then the cut sits on top and then you just crop half of it out. That's all it is. And then I cropped up the bottom on some of it so that like the tall boy, you know how tall boy's screen likes to do the screensaver? So the crop was like to here and then to like here. It was cropped. So I had like this start frozen and then I faded between them when I would walk in and out. So David's here. David, where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing, man? Everyone say hi, David. How's the plastic business? What NAS software are you running? I DM'd you a cool looking 3D printer modular case. Yeah, I seen that, Bert. Actually, I have some. You're like the third person that sent me that. I use Unraid. The thing is, my Unraid server is already built up. I've got a full size. Actually, it's not a full size, but it's an MATX motherboard with 6 SATA drives. I've already got my. I'd have to buy all new hardware to use that because that only uses like an ITX case or something small like that. So it's cool, but I would have to get all new hardware to build it. Which, hey, if Micro Center wants to sponsor it, sure, but I don't think that's happening. But yeah, that little 2-minute intro there took me way too long to edit because I didn't have a speed deck. Full-size MATX? Ooh. Okay, maybe I will look into it. We'll see. The thing is, my Unraid server, I don't like touching it. It sits under the stairs, and that's what it does. Setting line number 4, new dryers, new laser, new color monitor. Ooh! That's good, that's good. And how's the repair shop, the official Prusa repair shop working out? I've never actually been in a Micro Center, for those wondering, because they don't have them in Canada. Great, got full-time bench techs and 5,000 square foot for shipping. Oh, did you expand? Are you still in the same place or did you expand it? Like, did you get another unit? I got Unraid. Yeah, my Unraid server is, it's nothing fancy. I could probably pull it up here. Where's Tower? Yeah, like, here's my Unraid server. Nothing fancy. It's got a Ryzen 3 3100 quad core, 16 gigs of DDR4, and 5 drives. I got a cache drive, that's an NVMe, a parity drive, and then 3 4TB SSDs. So yeah, it's nothing fancy, but it's enough. I keep all my raw footage for videos in there. That's about it. And I don't like have a million Linux ISOs, so yeah, keep getting more units and I'm shop for more. Cool. Okay. In that case, Earth this, or sorry, 3D Printopia. I gotta stop by and do an update video. So. And Michael J. Fox played 3 roles in the kitchen. Oh yeah, that's a common thing. That's a common trick to do multiple people in the same scene. Like, I didn't even do masking. Like, you could, like, trace yourself and mask it out. I don't even know how to do that in Resolve. I just loaded the frame and just cropped it in half. That's all I did. And then cropped up the bottom a bit so you could have the LED blinking, and then I just faded between the 2 scenes. I'm upgrading my NAS to run a 4060 Ti for AI stuff. What do you plan to do? Like, here's the thing. I don't really have a desire to make images of things that shouldn't exist and are affront to nature. Like, it'd be kind of cool to have a local AI helper. That'd be something kind of cool. But, like, I don't know. Why did I take the paper off the printer? Because the instructions didn't tell me to. Simple as that. The instructions didn't tell me to. Also, it takes forever to peel it off because this is like bonded to the acrylic. Because this frame is like, this box, this is from 2017. Like the only date I can find on it is on the power supply, and it's from November 2017. So like, I'm pretty sure like it's all fused together at this point. And also like trying to peel it off bends the frame. I'm literally losing structural rigidity peeling that off. Fused by aging. Well, it's also kindling, right? So if the printer is getting a little cold, you can just heat it up. Like, I can't even get it started. It's like fused to it. Paper reinforced structure. Exactly. It's paper mache. I mean, here, if you want it black, I'll just, here. Yeah. Where are you? You got black paint? Oh, you're gray. You're gray. You're gray. I don't have black paint. Just spray paint it black. There you go. I've done multiple layers with Chroma Key and Premiere Pro virtual sets with their own green screen. I haven't done any of that. The only thing I do with green screen is on the Twitch streams or anytime I record anything in my computer room upstairs. I've got my Facecam Pro and then I have a little pop-up green screen behind me and it just auto fills it. Sharpie. Where is my black Sharpie? Where did I put my... Oh, here it is. There we go. You asked for it. This is what you guys are going to get for the rest of the stream now. There we go. Oh, wait. I got to make it better. We're going to improve the printer. 1 second. There we go. It's the Prusa A8. come on. Oh yeah, if you're ever in the area, printed solid, you can just drop in. Save you on shipping. Don't have to pay for shipping. Buy filament direct. Joseph's good. Joe, it's so dark stupid over in the Czech Republic right now. Joe's asleep. He's got more important things to do. I do love the temporary spool holder sticker. Are they the same stickers? Yeah, they're the same stickers. No sales tech indeed. There you go. Was Unraid hard to set up? Unraid's easy. Unraid's super easy to set up. You can use it for free up to like 3 or 4 drives, and then the license is like a one-time thing, and it's very reasonable. And you pay based on how many drives. So I bought like the basic one for like 40 bucks, and it's like good forever. You just install it on a little USB stick, and it runs off that. And yeah, it's easy to set up. It's shit simple. Plenty of videos on how to do it. Is there no free tier to Unraid anymore? Or no, it's like a 30-day trial. You got a 30-day trial. That's what it is. That's what it is. Get started. Yeah, so you pay 59 bucks, you get a lifetime license, it's good for 6 drives, and hey, you realize at a later date you need 12, you just pay the difference to upgrade, and then you can also pay the difference to upgrade to that. But you can try it for 30 days for free. So you can get it set up, and if you like it, you just pay and activate it. In my opinion, it's very worth it, especially if you're like me, you're not running a 20, like, oh God, where are all my cameras? There you go. If you're like me, and I use it just for bulk storage of all my raw, I edit off of it. So when I record a video, I record everything, I dump it onto a file on my Unraid server, and I edit directly off of the Unraid server in DaVinci. It works just fine on my standard 1 gigabit Ethernet in my household for 4K video, 100 megabit. It edits just fine off my network. And then I also use it, I do have some backed up ISOs of things. And then I also use it for Plex. But yeah. True NAS is free. Your choice. I mean, I don't view $59 for a lifetime license as a bad investment. Also, sometimes I prefer the stuff you pay for. You tend to get a little bit better service than an open source. Like it depends on your goals. If true NAS or free NAS or whatever the hell it is works for you, use it. Like I'm sure at my level, I probably could use either and it wouldn't matter. I just happened to try out Unraid first and I liked it. So like I just use it mostly for just storage. It's just storage in my case. Like, I've never had a single issue. The only issue I ever had with my Unraid server was one day I just happened to load it up just to check, and my parity drive was offline. So I turned it back online as parity 2. Everything resynced, and it's been a year since then. So I don't know what happened, why it, like, lost my drive. Because it, like, literally, like, I had a little X. Oh, God. Had, like, a little X next to the drive, and, like, you know, you go to your shares and you're like, or you go to, where is it? You go here and it's like, you drop down, it's like, where? It couldn't see the drive. So all I literally did was just create parity 2 and attach the drive to that. Everything mirrored, and it's been a year and it's been fine. So I'm assuming it just had like a little brain thing or bad SATA cable or something. Personally, I'm a big fan of whatever works and is simple and has the least amount of issues. Like, I don't mind paying a little bit for a little bit of polish. What the fuck does this comment? I always love when I get comments on like old live streams and I try to figure out what the heck they were talking about. There is a process be a flaming fairy would put. What? This is on a build from like 2 years ago. What the? Is like, am I banning this guy for this? Is he being? What? 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 Am I banning you? Should I ban you? Are you insulting somebody? What? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, they are bound to the USB. So just make sure you put it on a good USB card or USB stick. Oh, I have that guy completely blocked out of my life. Yeah, I think that person gets a ban. Let me just pull up their channel. Anytime I see a channel with numbers at the end, oh, yeah, okay. I opened up this channel. First thing I see is a picture of Donald Trump. Yep, goodbye. They play Tarkov, and they like Donald Trump. Nothing of value of lost. I user from channel. Goodbye. Probably bot. Honestly, it probably is. Anytime, especially on like Twitter, if you see a channel or a name with just numbers at the end, most people will change that. Most humans will change that. Bots don't. RAID is not a backup. You're right. That's what the parity drives the backup. What is that? Oh, that's... One second. There we go. No parity. No, parity is the backup, right? Because you have your storages, you have your RAID, and then the backup to that is your parity drive, right? That's what backup works, right? That's the backup. And then oh, so okay, so sorry, you have to have 2 parity drives to have a backup. I'm sorry. You need to have 2 parity drives. So that way the second parity drive is the backup for the first parity drive. People fall too easily for rage baiting. I hate rage baiting. Oh wow, there's not a lot left. So my actual backup procedure, I know it's the whole 3-2-1 thing, which I don't follow. So my super awesome backup setup for Unraid, or for my Stata, is I have my main computer that I back up everything to the Unraid server, and then I pick a deity. No, I don't do that. So what I do is I have a separate, like, standalone external hard drive that every couple of months I plug in and I back up the critical stuff from the Unraid to that backup hard drive. Every couple of weeks or couple months, I'll just update it. It's not big enough to hold everything, but it holds like the paperwork stuff, the cameras. So what I do is anytime I get a new phone, I dump everything from the old phone into a backup. So I do have some, I don't have offsite. That's the only thing I don't have offsite. So I have my Unraid server that I work off of and is my most current. And then every couple weeks to a couple months, I back up everything that's critical off that to an external hard drive that I keep in a separate location in the house. So that's my setup. Yeah. I don't do external. I don't do offsite backup. That's the only thing I don't do, because let's be honest, I don't do anything that's that critical. Like if I lose my Unraid server, okay, if the Unraid server falls off the shelf and blows up, I lose the raw files for videos I've already edited. I lose phone backups. That's the critical thing, because I keep all my pictures and whatever in there. but you know, everything's also backed up on cloud services. So there's, you know, everything that's super important, like baby pictures, it's on Facebook, it's on Google Cloud, it's there. And then, oh no, I lose all the movies I totally ripped off DVDs. So no, like, so if I lose my Unraid, it would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the world, essentially. I'd be able to continue doing. It's just like, oh no, instead of being able to pull the raw, like unedited footage for B-roll, if I'm referencing a previous thing, I would just have to download the footage off YouTube for my own videos. So encrypted cloud. I don't want to pay for encrypted cloud though. Am I drinking moonshine? No, it's just whiskey. Apple cider. Yeah, like I have a 100 gig Google Drive that's full of like pictures and video, and it's mostly like kids stuff and whatnot. So if you can't have offsite, that external should be something. I keep it in my gun safe. Simple as that. You encrypt the data. I don't have anything worth encrypting. It's like, oh no, wow, you got the me trying to get an intro for a video recorded in 20 minutes of me screwing up my line. Oh yeah, David's right. You can't lose the meme collection. You need the memes. You need the memes. My blaster safe? No, the one with my guns. Look at that majestic A8. That's what I do. So mine's only a 2 terabyte. So mine's actually too small now. I used to be able to back up everything, but now I can't. So what I do is I back up all the important pictures and docs, plenty of room there. But for my videos, I only back up the most recent videos or just the final outputted video. So the final video that gets uploaded to YouTube, I back that up. So. Rotate with a friend or relative's place. I'm not that concerned. Like, I'll be honest, if something happens and my house burns down, my raw B footage for my YouTube videos is the least of my concerns. Like, there's nothing on that hard drive that like is mission critical. So, well, okay, I'll be honest. The 2 terabyte that I use for backup, I bought like 4 years ago when I first started doing YouTube. What about family photos and documents? They're on the cloud. Pretty much any photo I take with my phone gets backed up to a Google Drive. Same with my wife's phone. And then for important documents, I literally keep them on a Gmail. I have a standalone Gmail account that I don't use for anything except emailing important documents to myself. So they live on in Google. So that's literally what I do. I have a separate email account, a Gmail account that never gets emailed. I never email out with it. I just email myself with it, important stuff, so it stays on the cloud. So and I've been doing that since high school. That's my high school backup is my Google, is a Gmail account. Because remember when Gmail came out and you had like 3 gigs of storage back when you had like 50 megabytes with Hotmail, and that was super cool. Remember back in the beta days? Who put your hand up if you got into Gmail through the beta? I got a beta invite for Gmail back in the day when they first started that up. So you had like a gig or 3 gigs. It was crazy large compared to like Hotmail. So I actually used my Gmail account as a cloud storage device before that was like a real thing. So I just kept doing that. So yeah, I have a specific Gmail account that I use for document backup. And then I have like QuickBooks and stuff like that too. So. And then don't forget, we do have the giveaway, and we're gonna do the giveaway at 11. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some filament from Polymaker, link in the video description. Enter for your chance. I probably am gonna do the draw at 11, but I don't know what time I'm gonna end the stream at. We'll see. You haven't seen the anet catch fire? We tried. I plugged in a dummy thermistor and then told it to heat up, and we did get the hot end to like 400. I don't know exactly how hot it got, but we let it heat up to the point that I was not comfortable letting it heat up anymore. I turned the machine off, I unplugged the dummy thermistor, I plugged in the real thermistor and turned it back on, and it told us it was 333 Celsius. And it was dropping pretty quickly. So I was gonna say it's probably around 400. It was above 400 C, which paper ignites at 451 Fahrenheit. So I'm pretty sure we were at the ignition point of paper if it was 400 Celsius. Yeah, this does not have fast set hop. The Honda could do 300C though. Yeah. Random curve. On the AVR on that board and see if it's hot. Been a while since I'm. Like, are you talking about the main controller? It's room temperature. Are you talking like the MCU? It's like room temperature. What about the driver MOSFETs? Driver MOSFETs are fine. Heater MOSFETs? Everything's cold. Like, nothing is too hot to put your finger on at all. Like, everything's... Where is the AVR on the board? Where's the AVR on the board? What does it look like? All the MOSFETs are cold. Like, anything that has a heat sink on it is cool. So... should be the biggest chip. Well, the biggest chip is Stone Cold, so... Arduino board. Yeah. The Atmel? Yeah, it's room temperature. It's room temperature. It's also got a ton of probe points around it. You see the Ender 3 with the glow plug hot end? Oh god. Oh man, I am eepy. So what do we got this week? We got Tuesday, we got the Milo. So Tuesday is Milo. Friday is Ender 3.5. What are we doing next Saturday? What do you guys want to do next Saturday? Are we gonna start fiddling with the Trident or V226? I'll figure something out. The bed wire. Oh, I know to keep an eye out for this bed wire connector. It's the same kind of connector the Bonsai has, and it's not great. Ender 3.5. I don't have an Ender. Somebody reached out and they're like, "Hey, I'm working on something for an Ender. Do you want one?" And I'm like, "Hey, I don't have an Ender." So appreciate it though. Yeah, Milo go Bert. Yeah, CNC Tuesdays until we finish the Milo. LAN party next Saturday. Trying to remember. I think I got something going on next weekend, maybe? I can't remember. What time are we at? Oh, we got 7 minutes until we do the draw. Trident. I said Ender 3. Oh, sorry, I meant Prusa 3.5. See? Prusa. Upgrade box. Mark 3.5 upgrade box. I got all the parts printed, so we're good to go. That the Mark IV printed them beautifully. D&D next Tuesday, Saturday. I don't play D&D. I don't have anyone IRL to play D&D with. But yeah, looking at these wires, I know now why they catch fire when people shove them in drag chains. These are the cheapest like wires ever. Like there's like residue on half of them. Ooh. Discord D&D. Why? I'll just play Baldur's Gate. I mean that's D&D, right? I mean it is. D&D and stream chat. That's just Baldur's Gate. I'm just gonna play Baldur's Gate. Why are the belts vibrating? Because they're scared. They know they're on an anet, so they're scared. They're worried about their life. What do I recommend for drag chain? Something like PTFE wire or the wire. I can never pronounce it right, but like something like a PTFE wire for drag chain. And don't stuff it. As few wires as possible. Have I printed Hextraction? I have not because I really don't have a need for it. Like I don't know. I don't like do board games with people. Like, I don't know. What would I do with it? Like, I know I've played it. Zach had it at Rocky Mountain last year. It's a cool game. It's just, if I printed it, it would be like, hey guys, I printed it. Cool. Belts didn't buy. No, my home insurance did renew, so I'm good on home insurance. So we're good on home insurance if this catches fire. So, the little guy. I could. Maybe, we'll see. I'll be honest, he's got enough toys like that already in the house. Like we're having to do like toy like clear ups. He's got too many toys. What's with? Oh, it's grease. I slathered a load of grease on this thing because the first time we homed it, the Zed was it tried homing. So we gave it a little liquid lubrication to help it out. David, you are lost. D&D with ChatGPT as a dam? I don't think so. I don't think ChatGPT would be good for that. There we go. Is that public? Oh, it's unlisted. Hey, surprise! Tomorrow at like 11 a.m. Means I gotta get up early. Belted modification for lead screw driven placement. A bunch of printers have that. You can get belted Z on a bunch of printers now, including Core XZ machines. Belted Z, in my opinion, is kind of a how do I word belted Z? It makes sense at the scale of DIY. Because with a belted Z, especially like a Core XZ machine like Switchwire, you don't have to worry about belt align or lead screw wobble. You don't have to worry about lead screw wobble. It's cheaper than dual integrated lead screws. And it's a more simplistic design. It's easier to tram, like tramming, like when you do a bed mesh, it's quieter. There are advantages to it. The advantages you get make more sense when it's a DIY hobby machine than a commercial mass-produced machine. If that makes sense. It's like, I don't know. It makes more sense at that scale than I think mass production. There's a reason you don't really see a lot of commercial Core XZ machines. I know Creality has one they're coming out with. And it works. It's just, is that the future of bed flingers? Probably not. Probably not. Like somebody was saying on, oh shit, what build was it? What machine was it? Let me pull up the comment here. I had a comment on it, one of my videos. Comments. Where was it? Which one was it? Not that one, not that one. So it might have been one of the, was it one of the Phoenix video? It was either the Phoenix video or the VZ bot. They're like, oh, it should have belted Z. And I'm like, at the weight? Probably not. Like, I know you can do belted Z on bigger machines. I know it's a thing. But yeah. Really interested in buying the Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro. Would you recommend it as a first 3D printer? I cannot comment on that because I've never used that machine. I've never used an Elegoo FDM machine, so I can't comment on it. You could watch an Uncle Jesse video on it. Bear in mind, Uncle Jesse is sponsored by Elegoo. I'm not saying that that leads to bias, but just be aware. So you may want to also get some other opinions. But in terms of like, I personally can't. I've never used it. I'm not going to say yes or no to a printer I've never used, or anyone that I directly know has used. How's the VZBot? The VZBot's really good. I got to sort out spool storage for it because I'm literally using this as the spool holder for it because I want to put big spools on it, but I don't have a big spool holder that I can easily hang off the side. So I got to figure something out because that's going to live on the floor. This and the Magneto are going to be floor printers because they're so big and they shake so much when they move. So they're going to be floor printers underneath the CNC. I know that makes no sense, but that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh, that's where this went. But no, the VZBot works really good. I actually just printed a bunch of stuff for a buddy on it, some automotive parts. So, 2 of the switch wire holders. Yeah, just have 2 of them side by side. There's another War Thunder leak? Ooh, what now? What now? Let me check out non-credible defense. Non-credible defense. What is it? What is it now? Is it more Bradley stuff? It's always Bradley stuff. No, I don't see any War Thunder stuff. What purple is on the VZBot? It is Polymaker Galaxy Purple. It's Polymaker's. I got it right here. Yeah. Yeah. It is Polymaker Polylite ABS Galaxy Purple. Like I said, which you can grab from Polymaker in the link in the description. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but goes a long way in supporting the channel. And you can get some pretty cool color filament like this. War Thunder on PC or mobile? It's consoles? PC and consoles. I never played it. Was it a Bradley? It's always a Bradley. God damn it. So the joke, for those that don't know the joke with the War Thunder forums, the War Thunder forums, War Thunder is a, you play as tanks and planes and shit. It's one of those games, but it's like a mill sim. So you get a lot of neckbeards. You get a lot of people arguing about stats. And the thing is that happens is somebody will go, this thing is capable of doing this, or the stats in the game are wrong. And then somebody goes, no, they're right, or no, they're wrong. And then the person goes, well, here's the classified document proving I'm right, and they drop it. That happens like often on that Discord or on that forum, where people just drop classified information that they get their hands on just so they can show they're right and prove people wrong. It is hilarious. So like the amount of leaked classified military intelligence on the War Thunder forum is higher than like any other forum in the world. It's hilarious. Because it's people going like, oh, the Chinese Type 99 tank doesn't have this round. Well, here's a leaked Chinese document that proves it does. So. So yeah. It's a really nice purple. Your wife has good taste. It's a very nice purple. It's not bright. It's like almost like a Thanos purple. Like it's a nice solid, like clean purple. I like. And it's glitter, so don't print it with a CHT nozzle or a 0.4 CHT. Put it that way. The game doesn't model tracks. I've never played it, so it's all fun and games until you get a trees in charge. Yeah, you don't want to get a trees in charge. Like it's funny. I've known 2 things that I was ever told not to tell people, and none of them are cool. How's the power armor? It's currently in not hiatus, but it's currently waiting on the weather to not suck, so that I can build a shed, so I can make room in my garage to make a dirty area. Because I've started sanding it and post-processing some of the parts. It makes an absolute mess in a garage. So when I did the Mando armor, I had the benefit of sitting outside in my backyard doing it. Like I literally just opened this door. I had a little bench set up and I would just sit there and work on it. But it's winter. Winter sucks. So there's snow outside. So I'm not gonna be outside snowing. So I have to do it in here and it makes a mess. So what I have to do is I have to move a bunch of stuff that's on the other side of the rack here outside into a shed, hopefully, like bikes and lawnmowers and stuff like that, so that I can put a dirty area on the other side of this wall to do all the work in. So yeah, now I can't even open the door. There's a Magneto X in the way. Like that's what this is all for. So I got a bunch of these moving blankets because, hey, if you're in Canada, Princess Auto has moving blankets on for $5 each. So I got a bunch of these so I can hang them up on the other side of this so I can reuse the tarp for the dirty area. So I got a bunch of, just gonna hang up a bunch of these across. I should probably put some on the ceiling too. If I grabbed extras, so I can put them on the ceiling too for sound deadening. So the mic is dying? What do you mean the mic is dying? Oh, it might have been just because I was holding that over it. Heck, so you have a printed Magneto helmet too. Everyone's gonna do it. Like, that's gonna be the joke, is how many people with a Magneto X print a Magneto helmet on it? It's dropping out? It's not dropping out on my end. Is it? Is it still dropping out? Is my mic dropping out? I don't see it dropping out. I'm looking at the squiggly line. The squiggly line is doing the squiggly line thing and it's not going drop. So, Jamie, charge your headphones. There you go. Jamie, you charge your headphones. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Wheel of names. So if you didn't enter to win some filament from Polymaker, you will have another chance on Tuesday, because that's where we're going to do the next stream. And again, this week will be early streams. It'll be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesday and Friday for the streams. Okay, copy all those. Put that there. Copy that. How well the Magneto's linear mirrors hold up in long-term use. I've been putting hours on my machine just printing random stuff. I can't comment fully on it because we're trying to diagnose a specific issue my machine has that none of the other machines have. I won't go into details because, to be honest, it doesn't matter until production machines are out, because we don't even know what the issue is. That's why we're diagnosing it. So they've been putting hours on it. I've been putting hours on it. They haven't noticed any like loss of quality. If anything, the printer is printing better as we get better profiles made up for it, because it's still a brand new printer, right? So like when they sent it like, hey, here's a pre-made Orca slicer profile for PLA that's kind of okay, have at her. That's all we got. So we're having to build profiles from scratch, essentially. Is the extrusion issue or movement issue? Movement issue, but I'm not going to go into it any further because it's not fully a thing that we don't even think it may be. It might not even be an issue. It could just be like it literally could just be a wire harness issue, like in the loom. Like we're trying to sort out an issue. I'm not going to dive into it. There's really no point. I'm not going to go make a YouTube video on diagnosing issues on a pre-release machine that doesn't even have the hardware the production machine has. So, yeah. Give me a number between 1 and 18, because that's the version of DaVinci Resolve that's not working for me right now. So I need a number between 1 and 18. I do like someone is actually trying something new. Ooh, 18. Okay, you're making me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. There we go. Renda Wrench goes where she stops, nobody knows. Yeah, I've been like, props for Poly for doing something new with the linear motors and whatnot. It definitely has advantages. It definitely has advantages. It is Lee McCready. Cheers and appreciate it. It does have advantages. It does have some disadvantages, namely size. It is big. So your XY joints are because the motor's on them, essentially. So your tool head's big. It's a heavy system. However, when you have it on the ground and not a weak-ass trade show table, the machine doesn't really vibrate. Like, mine vibrates a bit because I got panels on it now. But, like, let me see here. I think I have a video of it doing its thing. Let me see if I can find it. Where did I put the video? Where is the video? I recorded a video of it printing on my phone, and I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay, so before we do that, though, shout out to Lee McCready. You want to sell a spool of filament from Polymaker, you'll get an email from me after the stream ends. Let me just make sure you're a real human being. Yeah, there we go. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congratulations. So, turn the music off. There we go.
So here's one for you. For those wondering how quiet the Magneto X is when the fans are off.
So this is printing ABS, so the fans aren't on. It's just a normal, like, electronic fan.
This is why I like printing ABS. So here's one for you. For those wondering how quiet the Magneto X is when the fans are off. And this is why I like printing ABS.
Yeah, it's got a really weird rapport, because you still get like the harmonic noise that you get from a printer at times when it's like doing like really rapid like circles really close together, but you don't get the belt noise, you don't get pulley noise, you just get like whoosh whoosh whoosh. It's got a weird rapport. Like, it sounds different than most other high-speed machines. Now, granted, I don't have the current air system in it. Oh, sorry, the music's loud now. I'm gonna turn the music back. I had to turn the volume up. Okay. So yeah, it makes it's a different, like, here. Let me. I can turn it on. No, I've got too much stuff on it. Here. Yeah, you can't see anything in there, anyways. It's dark. Once it gets closer to a finalized state, we'll do a stream with it. I'll pull it out. Also, it's heavy as shit. It's gonna live on the floor. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's like 30 kilograms plus the top hat. And it's like, there's no handles. That's one thing I brought up. It needs handles. It needs like handles. So. Can they be used vertically? You can. The problem is when there is no power to them, there is no grip. So if you had them on verticals and you turn the machine off, your gantry, your bed would just drop like a rock. So yeah, you could use them vertically, but you're relying entirely on the motor. And the thing is, even when they're energized, if you hit them, they'll move. So I personally would not use them on a Z. you don't need them on a Z. Like this just uses traditional, it's got 4 lead screws. It does, you know, the quad gantry level or quad bed level. You don't need the cost. And also the problem is, again, they're huge. The motors are big. Like, let me pull a photo up here that I can show. There's a few things they don't want us showing publicly. So here's inside of the chamber. So this is with the top hat on, with the umbilical. They're still sorting out. They don't know if this will be the final solution. So this is what it looks like inside. You may notice my machine even looks different than Joel's. So there's differences there. So let me see here. Do I have a picture that just shows off the XY joints? Yeah, like this is it printing. So you can see how big that is. Like it's got some weight to it. Now here's the thing. Yes, it's got some weight to it, but it's also very rigid. So a lot of people were like, oh, well, it moves a lot. That's a lot of mass. It's gonna print like shit. You do know, you know, CNC machines are bulky AF and they move just fine. So you can have weight move as long as you design the machine around it. And guess what? This machine's designed around the weight of it moving. So it's just fine printing at high speeds and doing rapids and whatnot. Like the input shaper is like ZV or something like that. It's pretty smooth. It moves smooth. Yeah, they are closed loop. They're not fully closed loop. So what I mean by closed loop right now, the way it is, if it loses detection, like if it skips, it'll detect that it skipped and it'll pause. That's what it does. It doesn't do error correction yet because Clipper can't do that. But it does have the ability to detect that something went bad. So what you can do is if it goes bad, it parks, you can hit rehome your XY and then hit resume. At least that's the current thinking. I haven't actually checked that. But if you do like bump it, it goes, nope, I crashed, I'm done, and it'll park. So it does do that. It does have a front. This is the front. This is the front right here where the screen is. How much is off-the-shelf proprietary? On this machine, a good chunk of it's proprietary, but I think a lot of it's just modified off-the-shelf. I do believe the actual linear motors are custom because you can't just buy linear motors in the size and form factor. So I do believe that aspect is custom. So there you go. So that whole Mando helmet was 13 hours. That's a 13-hour. I did. The temperatures were a little low for this recycled PLA, so it did have some issues with under extrusion due to low temps. So the full disclosure on that. So. I think that's about it that I can show off. Or that I feel comfortable showing off. I don't like showing off stuff that like it's pre-production. It doesn't like there like, you know, stuff like this. Oh, hey, yeah, the way the screen is mounted, like on my machine, it doesn't quite clear the door. I had to shim it. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm dealing with is like, you know, oh, hey, I had to replace one of the tool head boards because it's an early revision, like stuff like that. Also, if you drop your Allen key on the magnets, if you can remove the Allen key, you become the King of England. It's actually pretty cool. So if you drop an Allen key on the rail with all the magnets underneath it, which they do have these nice little covers. So you don't actually see the rail. You don't see the magnets. They have these nice little covers on them. So if you drop your Allen key on it, if you can pick up your Allen key off of it, you get to become the King of England. It's that cool. Also, I love how many people leave as soon as we do the giveaway. Does it use? Yeah, it's an octopus, an orange pie, and then 2 custom boards for the XY motors. Wee bit strong. They are they are very strong. Like, yeah, I can't pick up that Allen key. You have to slide it off. Yeah. Like, straight up, you drop an Allen key on it. If you try to grab the Allen key and pick it up, you can't. You have to, like, slide it off. Custom boards, yeah, they're stepper driver boards. They're for the linear motors. They're their own thing. What causes Z banding on a 2.4? A couple things. Are you sure it's Z banding and just not in inconsistent layer stacking? Does it need lubrication at all? It runs on rails, so you need to lube the rails as much as you normally lube the rails. I haven't lubed anything on mine. Or I may have put a little bit of grease on the lead screws. I can't remember. So the linear motor, it's not maglev. It does run on rails. The X carriage and the Y gantry are attached to rails, and then the motors move them. So it's constrained. It's not maglev. It's not floating. There are rails. Like, underneath this is a rail. Let me see if I can find a picture that shows it off. Yeah, you can kind of see it here. There's a rail underneath here. And then there's a rail under there. So it does run on rails. It's not magnetic. It's not maglev. For some people, a lot of people think it's maglev for some reason. Like, they think everything's just floating on magnets. No, it's running on rails. Would it be cool if it was magnet? No, because you wouldn't get the precision. You would lose a ton of precision if it was maglev. How much time are we at? Oh, 65%. That ain't bad. But yeah, it's linear motor. So essentially, you take your stepper motor. Do I have a stepper motor? I should have a stepper motor somewhere. There's gotta be a stepper motor somewhere. How do I not have a stepper motor? I gotta have a stepper motor. There we go. No, not that one. Where's the stepper motor from the Prusa? Dang it, I don't have a stepper. Oh, I can find one, but. So you take a stepper motor, you know how you got the stator in the middle and then it's surrounded by magnets? You just take that circle of magnets and you just cut them and lay them flat and you just add more magnets. So you have the stator still spins, but instead of it's having magnets around it, the magnets are laid out. So it just, you know, it's like a wheel. In my video where I talk about it from Rocky or East Coast Rep Rap Fest, I put a little document that shows it. Take care, Spice King. Tomorrowland works. Yeah, linear motors you see a lot more in commercial and industrial use. You don't really see them at hobby level stuff. They're more expensive. They're usually larger. As far as I know, they had to get custom motors made for this. Like the motors in this are not off the shelf. They had to get special motors made essentially. Okay, what time are we at? I think we're gonna end it at 11:30. I think 11:30 is a good point to end it. Obviously, I'm gonna have to stay up because I'm not gonna let this run out, but I am gonna probably call it quits for the stream around 11:30. I think. The lightning speed. Okay, you ready? You ready? What's funny? Let's pull this up. Ready? Which machine? Prepare. Okay, so that's the Magneto. Let's pull up the VZBot. Do I not have it in this? Oh, dang it. I gotta add it. I keep forgetting I don't have the VZBot in this. It's because I got a new computer, right? I swapped the computers, so for some reason the profiles didn't transfer over. You know, they're supposed to be cloud. So I gotta add. Where's the VZBot? 330 all-wheel drive. There we go. Confirm. Okay, and then I have to chop this to 500. I was getting layer skipping with 800 millimeters travel, but 500 seems to be okay. But let's see here. Control A, delete, downloads, A3D buggy. Where's the jerk setting in here? Travel, jerk default. I think the jerk setting on. What is the jerk setting? Because I gotta update that because that was causing issues last time because. Where is printer kinematics? Where's square corner velocities 10? So if I go in here, that's 10 millimeters a second. Okay, so the buggy in generic ABS at standard VZBot speeds on the VZBot is a 35-minute print. Now if we do PLA, so we don't have the minimum layer time, it is a 37-minute print. I printed all the parts for a laser blaster, a Fallout laser blaster, the pistol, in 18 hours on that. I don't know where I put the parts at. They're in a box somewhere. Oh, they're over here. Yeah. So I printed all the parts for a Fallout laser pistol on this machine in 18 hours in one go. And if you're wondering about print quality, I haven't broken off the supports off everything because I gotta go through and record some B-roll, but good enough for quickly mass-produced parts. I'll take it. Ever watch Letterkenny? I have not. The last topical Canadian show I watched was Trailer Park Boys, back when it was still on TV. So like 20 years ago. Jerk is, so acceleration is, what jerk is change in acceleration, I believe. I can't remember the exact, like, because Clipper doesn't use jerk, it uses square corner velocity, but it's like, your acceleration is how quickly it accelerates, and then your jerk is how quickly it changes acceleration, if I remember correctly. I like an Orca slicer. It's my go-to slicer nowadays. Print the smallest weapon to use the power. Well, that's what the laser pistol's for. Like, I do have, can't remember what the Ripper? I do have a Ripper printed. I got a Ripper printed. But this would require a lot of post-processing to finish. You can see all the layer lines and the steps because I printed it flat, cut in half, and glued it together with some gloop. But I do have a Ripper. So I may use this too. It's way more pointless than Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park had a plot. Leonard Cage just watches funny things. Yeah, I know. I've seen some of it. I've just never watched it. Like, yeah. You put a stealth burner on a VZBot? Why? The stock tool head is perfect for it. Huge power. Well, there's like, here, let me find the picture. Let me see if I can find the picture. Fallout. There's like a promotional photo from Fallout. Was it Fallout 3? I don't know if it was an in-game shot but it was like a guy in power armor doing like one of these kind of things, and I think they had a pistol. I'm trying to find the picture of it. Yeah, it was kind of like this, but they had a pistol. They were like charging at the camera or something. I'm trying to find. Oh, it was a las. Yeah, it's this, but I guess it was a las rifle. I might have had it mixed up with the New Vegas one. Yeah, I might have had it mixed up with the New Vegas one. Or yeah, it might have been this one and I had it mixed up. I guess it was a las pit rifle. Oh. Streaming any shows lately? Like to watch? Not really. The Grand Tour, I watched Sand Job. That special. That was good. Because yeah, stealth burner already built and it was an X5. Oh, if you're doing, yeah. Okay, that makes more. If you're doing the conversion and you already have the stuff, then go for it. You got to remember, stealth burner is a great tool head for a Voron, but it's not the best in other printers because the stealth burner is designed the way it is because of the way a Voron is in terms of design constraints. That's why it's vertical. Because if we made it any bigger on the XY, you would lose print volume. So it has to go vertical. Because we're still working in the footprint of a V2.0, which is hilarious. In terms of bounding and whatnot. So if you put that on another printer, it doesn't really make as much sense because other printers like rat rigs, you envelop the gantry. So you have the fan at the back, you have a hot end in the front. A Voron, you have to have everything in the front. It's just the way it is. So it's designed with a Voron in mind. So when you put it on non-Voron printers, it might work, and it probably does work. It's just you're kind of like artificially limiting yourself. It's like putting them on an Ender. It's like, no, dog, on an Ender, you could do the tumors of 50-15s on dual sides because there's nothing for it to collide into. So this might actually come out pretty good. I'm totally going to post a picture of this on once it finishes, by the way. But I think we're going to call it there for the stream because I'm getting sleepy and chat's slowing down, so I think you guys are getting... Y'all, are y'all eepy? Everyone getting eepy? Go eepy. Okay, so I think we're going to call it there. I do want to give a shout out to the community member who did send me this anet A8. I probably will do a video at some point in the future on it, but I don't know exactly when or what. Or if it'll be a serious video or not, we'll see. Yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we give away this stream and every stream. Link for them and more in the video description. For those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became a member of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. And yeah, I'm not gonna watch this finish, but I am gonna come out here and check on it every 10 minutes until it does. But I'm gonna go make a little snack and get ready for bed. So I'm gonna go CP. And then don't forget, tomorrow, I will post the link for it in the Discord and on Twitter and whatnot. But I'm gonna be on Grant's channel tomorrow for a live stream at 11 a.m. So be there or be square. That's more like there's a square. Is that a square? No. Wait, let me throw up some hardcore gang signs. I think I remember how to do this. Yeah. Triforce. Actually, looks better from the other side. Triforce. Woo, gang size. Okay, call it there. I'm going to bed after this finishes because I'm not leaving this unattended, and this thing is getting unplugged as soon as it's done. Everyone else, you be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you on Tuesday. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow if you watch Grant stream. Monday, I'm going to try and do a game stream, and then Tuesday for a CNC build stream. Woo! And watch the video. If you haven't watched this week's video, go watch it. Okay, goodbye. Oh, and for those that don't know, Grant stream is 3D Musketeer. 3D Musketeer.